see anyone there. ए अरे मनोहर, क्या हाल? कैसे हो? बढ़िया बढ़िया बढ़िया। बस यार, अपना भी मामला चल ही रहा है। सो गाइस, व्हाट्स अप? हाउ इज मनोहर? हाउ आर यू मनोहर? थैंक यू मनोहर, सो गुड टू हियर दैट, सो गुड टू हियर दैट। बहुत अच्छा लगा सुन के। So people, so there is Manohar, who is my college junior, who's junior to me by about I think 2 or 3 years. Manohar Mahato. So I studied. I have no idea who's Tingu. Who is Tingu? MJ. Acha, Amir Khan. Acha, it's releasing tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not excited. Uh, but like I said in the previous video, I don't support these boycott movements and all, regardless of what he must have said in the past. I don't like PK, but that's bridge under the water. That's old news now. I think we should forget about it. So yeah. Besides, it's art. Let's treat art differently. He's not like Anurag Kashyap. Like, he does not spew venom against uh, against Hindus or stuff like that, like Anurag Kashyap, Vishal Dadlani. So that's okay. I am willing to just forget about his statements or PK and whatever. I hope people who liked the trailer, they watch the film. I hope there are. Let's end this boycott business. I'm done. I'm sick of this word. I'm sick of these two words, boycott and nepotism. These are. I'm just sick of these two words. Boycott, nepotism. Hashtag boycott, hashtag nepotism. It's just getting too much. I hope I'm audible because I don't have a lot of energy. He's a true patriot. When his wife wanted to leave India, he left his wife. I'm sick of the word woke. Yeah, I'm sick of wokes. I don't know about woke, but yeah, I'm not sure of the word, but I'm sick of wokes. I'm sick of liberals, but I'm also sick of right-wing extremists. I am sick of extremism, whether it's woke extremism or yeah, maybe they give false collections. Who knows? So I don't like extremism from either end. But yeah, I think I've said it previously. I disagree with 80% of the things that liberals do in India. But I also agree with I also disagree with 60% things that right wingers do. So I'm more tilted towards, this is my right. I'm tilted more towards right, but that doesn't mean that I support right in most of its movements and all. So this for in camera I can see this is my left, but this is my right. Anyways, oh man, COVID takes so much out of your body. So anybody watching? They're attacking an actor who comes up with only after 5. These people will make him retire early. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. I think they are help. Everybody wants all these superstars to retire, right? Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, Akshay Kumar even. अक्षय कुमार के पीछे तो अक्षय कुमार आई थिंक द biggest loser here is Akshay Kumar. Honest trailer of I have to watch it. I want to react to these sort of things. I have not watched it yet. I have watched honest trailers of so many movies. I love honest trailers. They are hilarious. But I'll watch once I am good enough to react. Turkey. So. So I think I think Akshay Kumar is the biggest loser because Akshay Kumar is hated by both the wings, left wing and right wing. At least Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, Saif Ali Khan, all these people have the support of left wing, no Anurag Kashyap, Taapsee Pannu, but Akshay Kumar is hated by both the parties. I'm not fine, Andy. Thanks for asking. I don't know how I'm sounding, but obviously I will not be able to, you know, like continue this session for long because I still had 100.1 fever at 5 a.m. I think it was COVID. It was COVID. I did not get it tested because I'm in touch with the doctor that treated me when I was hospitalized for COVID in 2021 in April, wave 2. Akshay Kumar, your favorite actor, Manohar. Thank you. I also love अक्षय कुमार. बहुत पसंद है मुझे. तो बट उसकी फिल्में बकवास होती है. Hopes for Adi Purush. I haven't seen much. I haven't seen anything. Once I watch the trailer, then maybe. So yeah, I had 100.1 fever at 5 a.m. today. Since then, the fever has not gone up beyond 99. It was 98.8 couple of hours ago. So yeah, recovering. So Adi Purush, I'm yet to. Raksha Bandhan seems a decent film. Who knows? Who knows? It's directed by this guy. You know, the guy who's interchangeable with R. Balki. I don't know. How's your health? What happened? I think it's COVID. Nothing it's COVID. Thank you, Manohar. I get COVID every few months. First, I was hospitalized last year in April, phase 2, wave 2. Then I got COVID again 3 months back in May of this year. Now I got COVID again. And my antibodies kind of, I think this wave, people are saying people who have antibodies, they are getting affected first. So that's that. So yeah, all my movies are pending. Kartikeya 2, don't worry, I had 5 times. Yeah. That's terrible. It takes a toll. I think it took a really heavy toll on me when I was hospitalized last year. I was on oxygen support for like 6-7 days. I was on oxygen support. Those were the worst days in terms of my physical health. Oof, that was very hard, tough when I was in hospital. Man, never mind. So Adi Purush, Lal. Anybody going for Lal Singh Center tomorrow? Brahmastra looks good. I don't know. I mean, I have not watched anything apart from the trailer of Brahmastra. You know, they have these visions, but you get COVID. We are similar, bro. I am also kind of cold prone. You know, I am also kind of cold prone, but I don't get cold in winters. I get cold in summers. What is the remake? I forgot what we were talking about. So, anybody excited for anybody is planning to watch Lal Singh Chaddha? I Somebody was asking if it's an original film. No, it's a Forrest Gump remake. Anyway, so anybody excited for that? Yeah, Kartikeya 2. Forrest Gump, though, I remember like with the back of my head. Brahmastra, it's so good. Yeah, yes, that's what I was getting to. Okay, so I have not watched anything from Brahmastra except for the trailer. I will watch the I have also watched Kesariya. I reacted to the Kesariya song, but I got hit by COVID, so could not upload it. I'll upload the song very soon, maybe tomorrow, hopefully. So let's see. But I'll react to Deva Deva, and I'm planning for Kartikeya too. What is it about? Kartikeya 2, I have not even watched the trailer. What is it about? Oh, okay. It's about Dwarka. There's also this movie, no one going for Lal Singh Chaddha. There's also this movie called, it's about what happened to Lord Krishna after his. Oh, will it go? I, I don't know if they have enough. Yeah, I heard there is some NTR shots that did not make the final cut. So maybe, who knows? That's the decision. But it's already 3 hours, so yeah, maybe they go Zack Snyder's way and they release a 4 hour version. Who knows? Because we were told it was a success. That sounds. What was Kartikeya 1 then? I have no idea of this film. It was a Kartikeya 1, right? Same, it was on around Lord Krishna. Okay. Hey, Nitin. Yeah, so 1 hour ad, that would be the minimum. Hey Nitin, how's life? And mystery around his temple in South. Yeah, I gotta watch both these movies. Kartikeya 1 and 2. These sound fascinating. Is Kartikeya 1 on any OTT? I was watching him just 2 days earlier. It's complete roller coaster. I don't want to spoil the feelings of this masterpiece. Yeah. So anybody who's watched Forrest Gump recently, I would obviously recommend them to not go for Lal Singh Chaddha because they would not want to go for Lal Singh Chaddha. But I watched Forrest Gump for the first time many years ago, maybe 20 years ago or something. I've watched it since multiple times. It's in Hindi dub. I'm not watching Hindi dub. I made a huge mistake watching Vikrant Rona in Hindi dub, even though I had no option. But I'm not going to watch any more Hindi dubs. So I'll see. Okay, if it's available on YouTube in original language, then I'll see. I'll find it. I'm sure. It sounds very exciting. So what happened? I think it was Friday night or Saturday night. I started Shankarabharanam. Okay, Telugu language original. I'll watch it then, Anirudh. So at 2:30 I was done. I first watched Darlings, which I kind of hated. I don't know why this film is getting so much love. Darlings. I think that the fact that Darlings is getting so much love on Twitter, for example, among Bollywood fans and movie critics, that is the reason why Bollywood is going downhill, because such mediocrity is being celebrated. So the problem is, so what happens if you say you do not like Darlings? Yeah. No, I watch it in original language. Sorry, Putru. I do not watch Hindi dub. Anyways, so I'm saying. So if you say, the thing is, I am totally on par with the message of Darlings. You seen I'm Groot web series? No, I am not. I am not. Anyways, Let's forget about Darlings. So I started Shankarabharanam after that, and it was like 2:30. I don't have a problem with extreme feminism. I don't think it was extreme feminism. To be honest, it's fine. There are husbands who beat up their wives, and in the movie he deserved what he got. My problem with Darlings was the film kept going in circles. Like they established the storyline, they established the characters in the first 10-15 minutes, and then for the next 80-90 minutes the movie kept going in circles and repeating itself as if it was a very complex subject and we could not understand what is happening. So they kept on repeating, and it was so I was literally predicting every single line, every single situation from the 10th minute to the 100th minute. I was like, अब ये होगा, अब ये बोलेगी, अब वो बोलेगा, अब ये बोलेगा, अब ये बोलेगा, अब ये होने वाला है. And it was going as per the script in my head. It was that predictable. I was sick of it. I still liked the last 20 minutes was still much better. The last 20 minutes of the film, but rest of it was just a predictable torture. So I started Shankarabharanam at around 2:45 a.m. But then I started feeling unwell, so I watched it for like 20-30 minutes, and then I slept. And then the next morning, Sunday morning, I woke up with high fever. So that's history. Then I have not watched anything since then. So I really wanted to watch Shankarabharanam. So yeah. So yeah, extreme feminism, I don't think. Honestly, I don't think it's extreme feminism. It was just a badly made film in terms of the art. It just kept on repeating itself. Is over as in he just a little bit above Salman SRK. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Uh, Shankarabharanam bought you fever. You took week to take extreme content for that movie. Yeah, seems like that. So maybe either it was Shankar. I was already feeling kind of weird before starting the film. My eyes were all dry. But so maybe it was not the movie. It was a song that I reacted to the previous day. So maybe it started with that. Who knows? Shankar Bharnam song. I mean. So yeah, maybe that theory is right. Uh, my most recent, I just watched the latest episode of Better Call Saul. I'm loving that show. One of my all-time favorite shows. Movie. I watched Nayut 2, Malayalam film. I was about to review that film too. I think on Saturday or Friday or something. I have started a film called Pa- Pada. Yeah. I should become worthy first. That's true. Pada. So I've started that film. That's why, Andy. I know I'm not worthy, so I'm watching other films for now. So once I'm perfectly all right, I'll resume Shankarabharanam. So I watched Nayut 2, Malayalam film. Then I watched another this film, uh, Pada. So tell me some good Telugu names. I don't think I've watched a Telugu film in over a week now. Shankarabharanam I'm going to watch, and Asuran I thought was I watched Asuran last year. I think I thought it's overrated. I thought because I approached Asuran as a grounded film, something with some realism and all, and it started uh, with the realism, but then it suddenly turned into this over the top action film where Dhanush is like a superhero and he's beating like 30 people at once with just his hand or whatever weapon he is. I did not like it. Like I don't know why people are so crazy for that film. Personally, I did not like Asura that much. It was okay. I So I also want to watch Karnan with Dhanush, right? Um, Tell me more Telugu names. So the director of Shankar Bharnam, I have been told to watch his films. Okay, so that it brought hope for art films. Yeah, that's why I want to get more into that director, even though I'm yet to watch. I don't like rom com. It's not very. Hey Raji, thanks for asking. Not great, not great. I'm already feeling exhausted. I had 100 in at 5 a.m. in the morning, so it's not that good, but it's 98 point. It's like 98.8 to 99 a couple of hours ago. Anyways, so there is this Kamal Hassan film of the same director, K. Vishwanath, right? Anirudh. So I want to watch that film too. I think we there is a subscriber who goes by the name LK. He might be sending me a DVD or Blu-ray of Grey Man. It's such yeah. I did. That's why I did not watch Grey Man. I've heard terrible things. I want to watch that film with Kamal Hassan, K. Vishwanath film. Favorite Kamal Hassan film today? I have not watched many Kamal Hassan films. I have only watched his Hindi films. So there is no point me telling you my favorite Kamal Hassan film. I've told you before, right? I've just started watching South cinema. Of the Hindi films I have seen of his, everything. Sadma may be my favorite Kamal Hassan film. But then I think it's also a remake, right? Sadma is also a remake of a South Indian film, right? So Sadma may be his favorite film. I have seen Sagar. I have seen Vikram, obviously, most recent film, and I've seen quite a few of Kamal Hassan films. Ek Duje Ke Liye, but yeah, that's about it. Hey Ram, I am not sure if I have watched it. I think I did watch Hey Ram when it came out, 98 or 99, but I don't remember what happened in the film. So yeah. Yeah, Sagara Sangamam. Right, right. Yeah, I anyways don't have Sagara Sangamam with me. In subtitles, I don't have it. I looked all over YouTube and every other OTT. Subtitles are not available for Sagara Sangamam anywhere. So I'm anyways going to watch Shankara Bharnam. But I think wait to get better. You must see Nayakan. Yeah, yeah. I know Nayakan. My view on future Rajamouli projects, I mean, I terribly look forward to them. But then we have discussed this multiple times about his future projects. No, subtitles are available. So, Anirudh, if you put in the YouTube search Shankara Bharnam I Dreams Telugu, the whole thing, not just Shankara Bharnam I Dreams Telugu, you will find the cut with subtitles. That's how I found it. That's how Nirmala helped me find this film with subtitles. Try and tell me. So yeah. So nobody is excited for Lal Singh Chadda. Let's see. What is my favorite genre? Yeah, found it. Great. What is my favorite genre? I think thriller with emotional aspects to it. I also like drama, just drama. Yeah, maybe between drama and thriller drama. Yeah, yeah. kind of. Or anything that hooks you, like The Man from Earth. I've talked about The Man from Earth on this channel in these live sessions. I don't know which genre. It's sci-fi genre, but it's not exactly sci-fi. So that's also my genre. So I have many. So I'll tell you what genres I do not prefer. I do not like to watch rom-coms. I do not like to watch comedies a lot. I do not like animes, anime, right? Okay, I did not know. Where were they shown? Mahesh Babu films. Anyway, I don't like animes. I don't like animations. Yeah, Sarpata Parambari. Yes, I've already added that to my watch list. It's 174 minutes long. See, I know that. Yeah, that's why I kind of waited for it. So I am going to watch that film. Oh, I know. I'm sure it doesn't feel long. They broke on that movie is Pokiri, the one that came in 2006, right? That Salman Khan remade as Wanted. So yeah, I know it. I know 174. I see any long film that I have watched from Telugu cinema. Yeah, yeah, I watched that film Pokiri. Any long film that I watched from South cinema, it does not feel long. It's just the time span. I don't know how to adjust that. I don't know how to find 3 hours. That is a problem. I like to finish a film in one go. So 174 minutes means I'll have to have two sittings. That's the thing. I cannot find 3 hours because see, you can see all my live sessions I begin at 11 p.m. 11 in the night. So 3 hours at this time is kind of difficult. I do not watch movies at daytime, at least on weekdays, because there is a lot of work. There's office work, there's YouTube work, and all. So that's why it comes. Sometimes it becomes a challenge. I watched only one Drishyam, the Hindi film, the Ajay Devgan one. That's it. So Pokiri I have watched. Yeah, so Pokiri I watched in 2006. Mahesh Babu and Ileana D'Cruz, right? I watched that film, and I did not know Wanted was a remake. So I couple of years later, Wanted came out, and I was watching watching Wanted in my hostel room. Dude, I'll have to watch it again. It's what 16 years ago I watched that film. 16, 17 years ago. I remember nothing from that film. Besides, I watched it in Hindi, so I don't remember I liked the film very much. So yeah, Pokiri. Favorite Marathi film, Disciple, but then so MJ, I have all my life I have watched only Hollywood and Bollywood. So if you ask me questions about regional films, again, I'll keep on repeating myself. I've just started that. You ask me Hollywood, any Hollywood film, any Bollywood film, at least any Bollywood film till 2010, not after that, till 2007. I may have watched all Bollywood films, Hindi films till 2007, from the beginning of time. And Hollywood films, I have a huge stock in my head, but nothing else. Kashmiri films, are they in Kashmiri language? What is there a thing called Kashmiri films? Acha, acha. No, there are TV shows also. Don't you see? Sarad's most famous Marathi film. Yeah, I know it was also remade in Hindi, which I've been told that it's not as good as original Sarad. Kashmiri films, there are Kashmiri films, there are Kashmiri TV shows, but, but they're not very good. They are not very good. There's nothing, as far as I know, there is nothing useful. There's nothing that you can watch from Kashmiri films. It's all kind of forgettable, you know. Joseph, hey Joseph, how's my English? Good. I don't know, man. English medium school, born in Kashmir but brought up in Delhi. Better works done so far. Sarath is a good film, but overrated. Are they made before 90s or after 90s genocide? How are they made today? See, even before 90s, before or after genocide, I do not agree with boycott campaign. Before or after genocide, Kashmir was not uh, it's not rich in movie making culture. It has never been. How they are made, because there is it's not, Kashmir is not as burning every day as they show in news and films. It's not that maddening scene in Kashmir. What you see in news, what you see in films, what you saw in Kashmir Files, it was there till like 1994 or 95. Ananya, you can watch that. Which language is Ananya in Kaustubh? So they make movies, but there is no one Marathi, but there is no one there is no filmmaker that's even remotely popular. There are singers, there is music culture, there are good songs, but nothing of importance in films. So Ananya, okay. So I am. I think the most like the language I have seen most from South cinema. I did not get the subtle propaganda of Shikara. I got every propaganda of Shikara. Dude, I am a Kashmiri myself. I know. I got the propaganda. That particular dialogue when he says, this guy Priyanshu, that maybe autotuner is doing that. That's why there are so many singers, because autotuner is there, so everybody gets to make a living. So yeah, in Shikara, so there is this dialogue that the militancy is increasing in Kashmir because the guns are easily available, which is ridiculous. And then it's also kind of pinned on atrocities of army for a bit. What is the exact propaganda of Shikara? There is no propaganda, but yeah, there are a couple of scenes where they pin everything on two things. One is the easy availability of arms and ammunition that come from, I think, Russia. They said in the film, which is true, and something else, and army atrocities, which is propaganda. They exonerated everybody. I, I, I am sure my views won't change. I know my views. Pratik Burade cannot change my views. Dude, I am a Kashmiri. I know everything. No political analyst or no movie reviewer can change my views about anything. No, nobody can change my views on Shikara, on Kashmir Files, because these people know nothing. These people have read things. See, you got to understand. These people have read things. Reading is bullshit. Reading gives you biased accounts, you know. For example, if I only read op India, right, that's a website, I will have a certain view. If I only read NDTV and whatnot, so there was this whole issue, right? I think during the Cold War, ek to Afghanistan was trying to justify the genocide. It was not trying to justify the genocide. During the Cold War, if I remember correctly, Afghanistan was in the center of everything. I don't remember all the details, but Afghanistan was in the center of everything, and they wanted America and Russia were kind of controlling everything, and maybe through Afghanistan, it maybe through Afghanistan the weapons reach Kashmir. I right now my mind cannot recall all the details, but we can talk about it. It's a fascinating subject. We can talk about Cold War, you know, and the Kashmir problem related to Cold War, because it started around the same time when I'm saying Green Wall, when the Berlin Wall fell in 1989 or 90. That's exactly when Kashmir terrorism started, and these two things are not entirely unconnected. There is a connection. So the communism ended over there, you know, in West Germany. Soviet Union broke in several pieces. Uh, so Soviet Union was still going strong even in 89. They were, see, it's like Pakistan. What's the topic I just joined? Sorry, Joseph. So yeah, so you were, what was your original question, Joseph? Anyways, I'll get back to your question. You tell me your question. So Soviet, it's like Pakistan. Pakistan has nothing, but it still attacks Kashmir, right? So Soviet Union's, so the war between Soviet Union and America was very much alive till 89, and nobody expected the Berlin Wall to fall. Nobody expected Soviet Union to crash into seven different countries so soon, like in 1991 itself. That thing happened, literally happened overnight. Obviously, there was a build up. It started in 1985, but Soviet Union was still very aggressive till 1990. It was still very aggressive. It's not like it meeked down. Soviet Union never meeked down. It was very aggressive till its last day, till the last day of Berlin Wall. Anyways, so Joseph, what was your question? Sorry. So what are my views on Lal Singh Chaddha? Sorry, remake of Forrest Gump. I think it's a cult film. It's not a bad idea to remake something like Forrest Gump. Why not? It's a great film, and it has been almost 30 years. So yeah, why not? Maybe it should have happened sooner. I have no issues. It's one of my favorite films of all time. So please go ahead and remake it. So let's see how Lal Singh Chaddha is. Dude, everybody has run off after our Russia discussion because they were hoping to discuss films. Anyways, uh, so yeah, I think the idea is good to remake Forrest Gump. Why not? I don't see anything wrong with it. If you're taking the permission, then why not? I'm not opposed to remakes. It's just that Bollywood is not doing anything. Video that say, dude, I missed that comment. Russia has intentions to burn Kashmir. But Russia helped during Bangladesh liberation in 1975. This is no country's politics is ever consistent. Every country does its every country whatever they do it with their own agenda. That's it. If countries' politics was consistent, then US would still have been the harbinger of democracy, because for years and decades helped US was fighting communism in the world, but now it's seen as this big bad evil empire. Countries do whatever they do for their own personal gains. That's it. Why did she scold Vidhu? Who scolded Vidhu? That woman in the movie hall. She was a Kashmiri. She scolded Vidhu, but then I am also Kashmiri. I went to watch movies with my parents. We had personal experiences, so I don't know why she scolded Vidhu. There are people who applauded the film. You know, if you want to go by other people's accounts, like LK Advani cried in the film in the screening, but then there are Kashmiris who gave standing ovation. So I would just see, Joseph. I'll ask you to not believe anybody, not even me. this is what I'm trying to tell you. If you want to, if you want to ask yourself what do you think about of Kashmir, I would want you to answer that I'm not sure. This is what I think, but please don't pretend that you know because you have heard other people talk about it. I am a Kashmiri. We were in Kashmir during the peak, right? We left Kashmir in 1990, mid 1990, and I'll tell you someday. I'll tell you our story. I know what happened in Kashmir. I know the propaganda of Shikara, and I also know how that propaganda is also exaggerated by a lot of people. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Never be sure of whatever you read. Do not take it on face value. Whatever what I'm telling you, do not take it on face value. But I still tell you because you are here. Shikara is not a propaganda film. Heather was a propaganda film. Shikara also did some. It also attempted to kind of twist the facts in a way, but then there was another side to Shikara. Yeah, exactly, Anirudh. That's what happens. But Shikara was said to lean towards the left wing, even though it was mostly about the center. Hey, what's up, Paddy? What's up, Paddy? Praddy, Praddy, right? The purple ball of Thanos. What's up in life? So yeah, even though it was more center aligned, Shikara, but people still call it left propaganda. So yeah, maybe that's so, so it did not work. I don't know. There are different reasons some movie does not work. Uh, so yeah. Also, the movie, I don't think movie got so much hype as Hyder and Kashmir Files did. That's my genuine view. Suresh Raina is Kashmiri by he's Kashmiri, but he's himself not born in Kashmir. I think from last his 2 or 3 generations have not lived in Kashmir. I think even his parents were not born in Kashmir. Though he belongs from an area called a district called Ranawadi in Kashmir. Suresh Raina, so he's a Kashmiri. But yeah, him or his parents, as far as I know, they were not even born in Kashmir. Though they are Kashmiri by origin. So Praddy, excuse me if I have pronounced your name wrong. I'm not. I'm only 50%, or like I'm operating at 40% of my capacity right now. Yeah, Joseph. So, just if you are interested in this topic, it's a fascinating topic. Read as much as you want to, but don't take anything on face value. Because see, Joseph, it's a fact. I don't think I need to tell this to anybody. You guys know, people are either because his ancestors. Yes, yes, correct. Not everybody who was born in Ranawadi is called Rana. Like I am Rana. Our origins are not in Ranawadi, but yeah, it's a place. The place was named after this last name. So Joseph, I forgot my train of thought. So yeah, don't take anything on face value. I mean, do not. For example, I read people's comments on Twitter, on Facebook, and like they are so sure about everything, not just Kashmir, about every political issue. I don't know how anybody can be sure of anything politics because we only read what other people write or say. I have not visited Tamil Nadu. No. Uh, I had a friend who hailed from Chennai, but I did not go to see her. Uh, so it's either whatever you read, it's either by a right wing author or a right wing news presenter or a left wing author and news presenter. So just don't believe their bullshit because they're only serving their own political convictions. Whether it's for Kashmir, whether it's for Ayodhya, uh, anything, anything. Just read everything. Read accounts of people from both the sides, left wing and right wing, and then make up your mind. That's the thing. Like I said, do not believe me, but because you are here, so I'm telling you. Heather is propaganda film every single second of that film, but Shikara, no. I don't know, dude. Yeah, yeah, it's not that famous. It's just a place. It's just a place. I was not from Ranawari. Like my dad was from Anantnag. My mother from Akura. So my dad still like remembers his childhood from Anantnag. My dad, he's from Anantnag. My mother from Akura, and then we lived in uh, your YouTube channel. I'll let you know. We lived in Zanakut, which was actually we lived in the HMT colony. HMT watches. My dad used to work in HMT watches. He has worked there for 28 years. Now he's retired. He took VRS. Uh, no, no, no. That's no. My ancestors are not from. That's not. That's not. It's complicated. It's complicated. It's a different issue. People's opinions about Kashmir Files may be different, but you may accept it. It showed it showed facts. Kashmir Files showed facts, but it showed one side. Yeah, it was one-sided. It was a one-sided film. It's a different discussion. Let's not get into Kashmir Files and Shikara. I'm kind of bored. We have had so much discussion on these three films. So my wife's view on my YouTube channel, she's okay with it. She has also given one review. Or Iga, she gave a review of Iga with me. She's fine with it. She's doing her own thing. And I come to live. I come for these live sessions when she's not when she's not here with me. That's when I come for these live sessions. So right now she's not here. Oh, yeah. Sorry, something. Uh, so yeah, Soviet Union was pretty aggressive till the 90s. And how are you holding up now? You still look a bit. I am very much under the weather. Brady, I had 100 fever in at like 5 a.m. in the morning. But a couple of hours ago, or not couple of hours, maybe at 8 or 9 o'clock, it was 99 or something of that sort. So I thought I can come live. But yeah, I'm far from fully recovered. Hyped Bhavesh Joshi so much. It's just a normal vigilante. I have not seen Bhavesh Joshi. Sharma is from Sharma, and maybe the census same point got married to Raina. That's how he got the surname. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, Anirudh. So Bhavesh Joshi, it's an overrated film. I don't know. I have not watched it. I only watched one film of this guy, Anil Kapoor. No, no, I have seen two of his. Anil Kapoor's son. What is his name? Harsh Vardhan Kapoor. So I've seen AK versus AK, and I have seen that film. Thar. Thar was the name, right? It just came out 5 6 months ago. Has anybody seen Thar? Anil Kapoor's Thar. I loved it. I think that it's one Bollywood film from recent times that I really enjoyed. Thar, if that was the name. I loved Thar. Yes, yes, Ready. Is it true that everybody has similar surname in North compared to many surnames in South? No, no, there are so many surnames in North. I don't know if all of them hail originally from North, but there are so many surnames. I don't ask me to list them up because I cannot think right now. I cannot think. I am zoned out. I started this call at 60% capacity. Now I am at 38% capacity right now. So I cannot recall surnames. But yeah, anybody? All Sharmas, Patels, Malhotras, Dhawans, etc. Yeah, yeah. Patels, even though Patel is a Gujarati name, so I did my engineering from this place called Gondia. Uh, it's in Maharashtra. It's very near to Nagpur. But it's a Patel town. So Praful Patel, if you know that guy, he was once civil aviation minister of India. I studied in his college, Praful Patel's. I think he's from Sharad Pawar's party. Yeah, I've studied in his college. Like his father started this college. I don't know, but he's the one who actually set it all up eventually. Patel. So he was the Karta Dharta of that entire town, Gondia. That like my college was the biggest deal. Did you get non-veg in that town? Gondia? Yeah, yeah. Acha, you mean that way? Yeah, yeah. We got non-veg. There was this thing. What do you call? There was sharab. There was booze, because so there were Patels in that town, but it was not politically Gujarati town, right? It's still in Maharashtra. It's still in Maharashtra. So we got non-veg. There are bars that operate openly in that place. So we got everything. So almost many Gujaratis are Patels. So how do they have separate surname along with? But I have no idea what that question means. This is a boring topic. Why some surname people are I don't know. Not a very interesting topic. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, maybe. I watched Gangubai. I watched it with my wife. It was fine. I did not regret watching it. It was an okay one time watch. I, I do not expect very much from Bhansali films. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I What was I saying? Gangubai was fine. Gangubai. So what he's writing, there are many surnames in Patel, in among Gujaratis. If that's what you were, I don't know what you were saying. I'm interested in surnames. I have zero context for. I've never taken interest in this topic, so there's nothing you can get from me. So, anyways, Gangubai was fine. It was an okay one-time watch. I did not hate that film. It was fine. Bhansali makes the kind of films he makes, right? They're opulent. They're more interested in glamour, the physical symmetry and all of that. And Gangubai was that. It was fine. I think Alia Bhatt did fine. Maybe somebody else could have done a better job, even better job than her. But she was her. She was fine. She was good. You have made a research in surnames. Okay, Andy. Great. Someday we will. Someday we will. Not that I'll have anything to do in that session, because I'll just be. All of us would just be reading your messages, your comments, and I'll be reacting to it, and everybody else would be reacting to my reaction on your comments, because I have zero. Like you can ask me Kashmiri surnames, Raina, Mattu, Handu, Razan, Bhatt, and whatnot. Darlings was, I did not like Darlings. Darlings was just kept going in circles. Yeah, Sanjay Leela Bhansali films I liked as a kid. Till I was in college, I liked Bhansali films. But then I then I grew out of them. Devdas I still like. It was too visually aesthetic. It was a pretty interpretation. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly, those are exactly my feelings, Praddy. That's what Bhansali. So you get what you see. I knew before going in that I'm not going to get a gritty film. He does not make gritty films. He is always into visual aesthetics. Like everything should be symmetrical, unrealistically beautiful. Like that place should have exuded a certain vibe. But then he has made even that place look beautiful. So my expectations were, I got what I expected from the film. So that's why I was not disappointed. I was like, yeah, this is what Bhansali does. Khamoshi was good. Andy has driven surnames too, and he did research. Living encyclopedia. Khamoshi was good, yeah. Khamoshi was good. But after Khamoshi, he got into this opulent zone, you know. Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam, Devdas. Black was good. Even though Black is also a lot of detail is paid to visual aesthetics, that the town looks quite unreal, but it was good still. Uh, uh, what else? Guzarish. And Guzarish is probably the last Bhansali film I watched before Gangubai. I have not seen any Ranveer Singh, Sanjay Bhansali films. I started Padmavat. I got bored in like 20 minutes in Padmavat, so I stopped. My wife tells me Bajirao Mastani is good. People's views, I don't think so. People think movies affect their views. That is why there are all these protests that happen uh, on movies. So movies might affect views of foreigners. You know, a foreigner might watch an Indian movie which has a political bend, and that foreigner might think, okay, so this is how things work in India. But if you're an Indian, I don't think a movie will affect your view. You will have to, for example, if when an Indian watches Heather, an Indian will believe the narrative of Heather only when that person already has a narrative. A person who is already a leftist will say Heather was it's a great film, but in terms of politics, a liberal will tell you Heather shows the true picture of Kashmir. A leftist who's already a leftist, and a right winger will hate Heather. So it does not change views. Heather has not changed any right winger's view. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. So, sir, when somebody from foreign culture watches a film, then they think that's the truth. No, but he's not a great storyteller. Anirudh, it's not about opulence, right? You have to be a great storyteller. Like I have not felt that involvement with any Bhansali films. Gamer India's idea about how their left is pointed. I don't think that's true, Joseph. It's just a fancy thing. I'm honest. I do not know one girl who was influenced by SRK film, who when she grew up to be an adult. Maybe when girls are like 17, 18, till that age, they think that life is like an SRK romance film. But I think when girls grow up to be marriageable age, 22, 23, 21, 24, 27, 30, 34, I don't think any of them expect life to be like a Shah Rukh Khan romantic film. I genuinely don't think so. Teenage girls, teenage boys, sure, but no. Once you get matured, you know movies are just movies. That's my view. I may be wrong. So you say Makhi, Bahubali, and RR is better storytelling than Khamoshi, Black, Savari, and Guzarish. Savari I have not watched. Makhi definitely. Bahubali no. Bahubali. So so I can compare movie to movie. Makhi is better than any Sanjay Leela Bhansali film. Khamoshi and Black. Do you know what romance is? Watch SRK. Who said to this home, Joseph Wise to Joseph. Oh, that happened with you, Joseph. But did she say it seriously? She may have been. She wouldn't have been 100% serious, right? She has made Indian people mindset. Main hero has only. Sorry, I missed that comment, and I forgot what I was. Yeah, Bhansali and Rajamouli. Khamoshi, I'll have to watch again. I watched it film like 26 years ago. I don't remember. If I Iga and Black. Hard to say. Hard to say. So Joseph, are you sure she was like in all? She said it in all her seriousness. She wanted you to be romantic. She wanted you to do something romantic, like Shah Rukh Khan. But it's not like she would be like, oh, like she wouldn't be like, I feel cheated in her own head. That's a different topic, anyways. So, Ega is better than most Bhansali films. Black, I don't know. I'll have to watch that film again. Grabs the audience attention right from the opening. Dude, these comments are despairing like anything. He makes you invest yourself emotionally rooting for the protagonist. Back with another movie where he's going to show actually Indians were spineless. Corrigal War, Ega RRR versus Black Guzarish. Ega RRR versus Black Guzarish. Ega RRR. We don't know about that. If Amir Khan will portray the Kargil War like that, we don't know. Let's see. Let's wait and watch. Ega RRR versus Black Guzarish. So I'll tell you what. I love. Okay, so let me approach this way. When I watched Black, I loved it. When I watched Guzarish, I really liked it. But I have never gone back to watching these films. But also, you cannot compare Ega and RRR with these two films because these are total drama films, and these are action epics. So it's kind of unfair to compare these two films. But yeah, the first 40 minutes of Ega are the worst movie watching experience I've had in last 10 years. Has to be fair skin, six chiseled body which is changing. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Bollywood has done that. Fair skin, chiseled body, abs. The fair skin obsession was always there, but this chiseled body, 8 pack, 10 pack, then 12 pack, now 16, 18 packs, it has gone worse from last 20 years. 2020, I think Sanjay Dutt started it, then Salman Khan, and now it's gotten really bad. The obsession with abs. So yeah, you guys should watch Thar. Thar is great film, beautiful film. Anil Kapoor is just mind blowing. Um, yeah, Bollywood has a lot of racism. No two ways about it. That's true. I knew Black and Guzari doesn't have rewatchable factor, but they are better made movies. Meaning both movies. My opinion about Rajamouli enter Hollywood territory. Meaningful movies and both Iga. They are meaningful. Obviously, they are meaningful. Dude, those are action epics, Anirudh. You cannot expect meaningful, whatever you mean by meaningful. Iga and those are scientists. Iga is a fantasy film, dude. It's about a revenge of a Makki. You cannot compare it with any meaningful film. Forget Guzarish and Black. Same goes for RRR. RRR is also fantasy. I mean, a guy beating thousands of people and whatnot. So no, I won't compare. I won't compare these films. But rewatchable factor for sure. So here's the thing. That it's a good point. Yeah, six pack is impossible. These guys get paid crores, right, to get six pack abs. So that's why it's possible for them. Anyway, so the thing is, rewatchable factor you said. So Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump is an out and out drama. Is it rewatchable? Anirudh, or try to recall thousands of drama films that you may have loved. Can Rajamouli trespass Hollywood territory with his new films? What is your opinion? He can do it. I mean, now that he has got a lot of traction, uh, uh, RRR has got a lot of traction, and there's a lot of Oscar buzz surrounding it. Even if it does not get nominated for Oscar, America knows about this guy, S.S. Rajamouli. It does. So his next film would create good enough noise in US. He has penetrated that market. Nobody has penetrated the US market quite like RRR did. So I'm sure his next film will be will get organic traction. Right from the beginning, it will get traction in US. So rewatchable factor. Forrest Gump is rewatchable, right? You can watch that film n number of times, but Guzarish, Black are not rewatchable. And there are so many great drama films, Anirudh, that you can watch over and over again. Have you watched Revolutionary Road starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet? Revolutionary Road. That's all. That's also one of the drama films that I never get bored of watching. I've watched it like 12, 15 times uh, since 2008, but I can watch it again and again and again. I never get tired of. Minal Murni, yeah, I've heard so much of Minal Murni. I want to watch it. It's on Netflix. I've been wanting to watch it from, I don't know, 4 or 5 months now, but I have not watched it. Minal Murli. I plan to watch it one of these days. So, do you agree, Anirudh? Drama films are rewatchable if they are actually good. So maybe there is something missing from Black and Guzarish that they are not rewatchable. Russo brothers praising Rajamouli and RR reeks of market worship. Don't really think the Hollywood bigwigs allow the kind of films Rajamouli goes for usually. No, I don't think so. I mean, Raja, what you're saying that may be true, but Hollywood bigwigs don't go for the kind of films. How do you say that? What do you mean by that? I get what you're saying about Russo brothers, obviously, which is the reason why RSS Rajamouli can get high, because there may be more people who would be wanting to do yeah. Right now I cannot even get my words straight. Who would be willing to do the same thing? Is made on a budget of only 18 crore. Who would be willing to do the same thing for the same intention as Russo brothers when the next Rajamouli film comes out? They would be wanting to invest in advance. They would expect returns. I'm not necessarily talking about monetary investment and returns. Uh, so I don't agree. Masala action movies have more. No, that's not true. They don't. Anirudh, I think exactly the opposite, because masala action films, a lot of that rides on the climax of the film, like how this film will end. Even though you know with masala films, with action films, that the hero will win, the villain will lose, but still you don't know how the film will end. Or the thrillers, you don't know how this thriller will end, what will happen in the end. With dramas, you do not actually care about the climax. Drama films are journeys. When you watch Forrest Gump or when you watch Revolutionary Road, I don't know why I can think of only these two names right now, but Kingdom type films, Bahubali is the benchmark, Ega benchmark portrayal. Dude, I isn't it anyone embarks in these genres, they fail. Isn't it? Is anyone? Uh, yeah, maybe, yeah. No, so I was talking about, cannot recall more drama films, but with drama films, you don't care about the climax. So you enjoy that journey so much. You want to go through that journey again. That roller coaster ride of emotions and whatnot, and great acting, which is what Forrest Gump is, which is what Revolutionary Road is, which is what thousands of drama films are. I don't know why I cannot recall any name right now. What are your favorite Urdu wood films? I don't even know what are we disagreeing on, Joseph. I'll give you an example. Forget about Indian movies. Let's look at Hollywood English, which the whole world watches. Yeah, give me examples. What was that question again? Urdu wood. What are my favorite Urdu wood films? Oh man. Oh, I'm going to piss so many people off. So apart from the fact that I'm a huge Raj Kapoor fan, apart from his films, Avara, फिर सुबह होगी, तीसरी कसम, जागते रहो, आग. Apart from these films, I'm going to name one film that will piss everybody off, रंग दे बसंती, लगे रहो मुन्ना भाई, Satya, uh, um, uh, some Shah Rukh Khan, a lot of Shah Rukh Khan films. I was a huge Shah Rukh Khan fan. You know, DDLJ, Dil Se, Dar, Chak De India, everything, everything. All Shah Rukh Khan films. Uh, some Amitabh Bachchan films. Simadri film of Rajamouli just was released 20 years ago. Okay, I'll check that out. Between Titanic and Revolutionary Road, I'll tell you honestly, Titanic I might have in my whole life. Okay, here's the thing. I never ever once have downloaded Titanic. I've been downloading movies from over how many years? This is 2022. I've been downloading movies from over 16, 17 years now. I think torrents torrents started somewhere in 2004 or 5. I never downloaded Titan. I have only watched Titanic on TV. Yeah, never. I have never watched Titanic out of my own will. I don't even know if it's there on. I'm sure if it's there on OTT. It's not even possible that it won't be on OTT. But I have never even tried to check it out. But I downloaded Revolutionary Road. I checked it on. I watched it with my wife on OTT, which was a very bad decision. Which was a terrible decision to show this film to my wife. Terrible decision. But I watched it in OTT. I have watched it multiple times. Multiple times. Or RR is what would happen to Jack and Rose if they got off the boat and got married. Kidding. Revolutionary Road. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So you watched Revolutionary Road, right? Have you watched Raksha Bandhan and Lal Singh Chadda so far? No, no, no. They have not released, right? So yeah, exactly. If Kate and Leo, they both survived, then that's what their life would have been. I love Revolutionary Road, and Revolutionary Road is why I have not watched Marriage Story, because I think Revolutionary Road is the peak of failed marriage movies. Revolutionary Road is a peak of fake marriage movies. Sorry, I think I'll have to put in my charger. Have you watched Revolutionary Road, Praddy? Despite disturbing expected climax, Titan is way rewatchable according to World, and third highest grossing movie. Revolutionary Road is a flop, dude. Why are you comparing Titanic? See, we are talking about rewatchability. We're not talking about box office figures. Very different things. Very different things. Titanic, everybody would obviously. Titanic is an epic, like visual epic. Obviously, it made more money. Revolutionary Road is just a drama confined within a house for most of the time. Cool, Rajnikant way of turning on the AC. I turned it off. What's your opinion on horror films? Titanic was one for me. All the guys die in the film. Yeah, everybody dies. All the guys die in the film. Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. All the men. That's right. Yeah. So it's a horror film with a lot of emotions, I guess. I do not recall even I don't recall 60% of the film. I have not. I only watched it on TV. Talking of horror films, what are your guys' favorite horror films? I think we have talked about horror films, right? Like I told you, the most recent horror film that I liked was It Follows. Then some web series, Midnight Mass, and Archive 481. Is that the name? Archive 481 or 48 or something like that. I love it. It Follows. You guys have watched It Follows? Fight Club was a flop at the time it released. It's not rewatchable, right, Andy? And there are so many films. There are cult films that flopped. After doing Titanic, Leo stayed away from marriage and became a playboy. After doing Revolutionary Road, Kate decided to get divorced 3 times and stayed single. Yeah. So I don't know she got married thrice after Revolutionary Road. Leonardo is Leo is living a life, right? He's dating girls who are 20 years younger to him. I think that guy made a nice joke on him. What's that guy's name? Ricky. Ricky Gervais, whatever he's called. Uh, the joke was like when Leo took his girlfriend uh, for the premiere of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. By the time that film ended, Leo's girlfriend was older than him. That was a nice joke. But Avatar is like Ramayana, Lanka is Pandora. Yeah. You guys can still hear me, right? Because the mic is, I had to disconnect it from my phone. There's not much charge left. The Titanic, The Exorcist is the greatest one for me. Conjuring really rekindled the genre, which was kind of yeah. Oh yeah, man. The found footage films and whatnot. Oof. Hollywood has abused that particular genre so much. It's like every other horror film that came out after what was the first one called? The Witch. What was that? Something Witch, right? And then Paranormal Activity, and then there was a slew of these films. Conjuring finally kind of broke that chain. Thank God. Uh, so Conjuring was good. I like the Exorcism of Emily Rose. I love that film. I really like that film. The Exorcism of Emily Rose. The Blair Witch Project. Ratsasan, I tried watching it once on Hotstar, but it's available without subtitles. I played it about 20 days back, but there are no subtitles on it on Hotstar. The Blair Witch Project, yeah. So the Blair Witch Project started something and it just snowballed into, I think, 100 forgettable films. So yeah. Uh, Don't know about Leo, but I think Kate definitely went through two divorces because of doing Revolution. She divorced her ex-husband Sam Mendes. Yeah, that much I know. That's what I was surprised about. It's a must. I know. That's what I was surprised about. I was like Sam Mendes directed her in Revolutionary Road, and then immediately they got divorced, which was weird. I was like, if these people had marriage issues already, like what were they doing working together? Anyways, yeah, yeah, I know, I'm aware of that. But I was not aware of another divorce after her divorce with Sam Mendes. Reader. There are many obscene scenes, so how did it manage to get Oscars? Because Oscars have nothing to do with obscene, the presence or absence of obscene scenes. It's Oscars, it's not Filmfare. Yeah, I know. We already went through that. Yeah, it might have affected the person. That's not the movie, right? If you have that did not happen because of the movie, dude. I if I get that film with subtitles, I will watch it. But it's not available with subtitles. What do I do about it? Like a Hotstar is a really smart platform. They have films in original languages but without subtitles. I know why they would do something like that. No idea. Have you watched Jordan Peele's Us and Nope? Brilliant films. Do watch them. I have not watched Nope. I have watched Us and Get Out. I watched Get Out. Great films, both of them. I am yet to watch Nope. So how did you watch Nope? Nope is not out. Is no Nope is out in India cinemas too. I did not check. or did you watch it online? Us, I love Us and Get Out. Us is even Us is scarier. Scarier. Get Out is not exactly scarier. Yeah, but creepy. But Us was scary. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I That's why I want to watch Nope. But yeah, let's see. I, exactly. Hollywood is open with nudity. So it's not filmfare. It's not national awards. Like there is nudity, so there will be sanskars would be a pirated version of Nope, and that's not fair. It's not fair to you, right? I mean, doesn't it take away the experience? Oh shit! I know something sporadic hitting me in my ear. So okay, so how you Nope is good then? Yeah, I've heard that saying, Anirudh. I have heard that saying before. There were many sayings. One was this. Then there was once there was a saying like if you're making a period film, it will win Oscars. So yeah, there have been these things that are said about Oscars, which may be true. So Nope is good then. I think I'll start using some app about Hollywood. You will win Oscars too. If you make movies about Hollywood, you will win Oscars too. Matlab, I did not get that. Oh. Um, so Get Out. Has anybody watched Get Out? Brady has watched, obviously. Had a happy or sad ending. Don't reveal spoilers. If you've not watched, don't watch. Don't ask me that question then. Who would rate as the greatest actor you ever seen? Hollywood, Bollywood? Oh, no, no, no. Brady, I don't think I have the answer to that question because I have different emotions linked with actors, right? So if I think of Manoj Bajpayee or Nawazuddin or Irfan or Amitabh Bachchan or like of these three, Pankaj Tripathi, I have certain emotions. Then if I think of Shah Rukh Khan, Amitabh Bachchan, there are different emotions. Then Raj Kapoor, when I think of Raj Kapoor, I get a different emotion. So I cannot separate my emotion from my solid opinion. So I cannot tell you who is my greatest. And then it comes to Hollywood. Then it comes to Robert De Niro's and Al Pacino's and the relatively younger people like Christian Bale, Leonardo DiCaprio. This guy, what is this guy? Oh fuck! I forgot his name. Anyways, forget about him. Johnny Depp. There are so many. I cannot tell you one guy. Do you have one favorite actor? One greatest actor? Uh, there are so many. Denzel Washington, and even older actors. In India, yeah, Get Out has a very American theme, so it won't work anywhere. It Why would it work in India? It's a very American theme. But so do you have one greatest actor in your mind? I cannot answer that question. I have asked this question to myself umpteen number of times, but yeah, exactly. It's impossible. But still, there, for example, if, the people I get most excited about the films of like these days, Christian Bale is the guy I get most excited about, like about his films. I think more than Johnny Depp or Leonardo DiCaprio. Racism over racist countries, Rav Shankarabaranam, it's a movie changed the people's view of ancient music. I would love to watch that film once I get back on my feet. And if there is, like Andy said, I hope there's no curse, I'll watch that film. But Christian Bale is one guy I look forward to all his films. I get most excited about Christian Bale films. I don't know why is Bollywood making movies for people of South Delhi, Mumbai. No idea. I think Karan Johar recently said that Bollywood is there's herd mentality in Bollywood, so maybe that's why. Uh, have you seen Hostiles and Out of the Furnace? And I recommended this film to Anirudh, Andy, to these two films, Hostiles, Out of the Furnace. Have you seen them, Brady? Hostiles, no time. Watch, please take out. Hostiles is on Prime. Watch Hostiles. It's on Prime. It is the last time I checked. It was unmissable film, especially if you like Christian Bale. Greatest Christian Bale performance. Better than even better than The Fighter. In an interview, people why don't know how to speak are marking Hindi films. We don't have Prime. You don't have Prime, but Prime. You don't have Prime. That's a different thing. We don't have Prime as in. Oh shit. We don't have Prime as in like. What does that mean? Not subscribed to Prime, right? That's what he meant. No Amazon, no Amazon, Amazon Prime, Amazon Prime. Oh fuck, my mind is fried right now. Okay, this won't work. Forget about it. Yeah, Kabir Singh or Arjun Reddy. I have not watched either of the films. Did not. Not for me. Sometimes I wonder that you guys might think that I'm one of those uh, woke type guys because I keep praising these films by all these leftist filmmakers. And I tell you, I have not watched films by people who lean to the other side. Z5. uh, but full disclosure, I'm not woke. It's just that I think in Bollywood at least, wokes wokes make better films in Bollywood. Do you think Rangde Basant is a communist film? Is it a communist film? Maybe. Machinist is fine. I think Machinist is overrated. Why did you watch? Why did you stop watching Christian Bale films though? But the Machinist is overrated. I have watched. I have watched like a trailer, right? It's that guy Vijay Devarkonda, right? I watched that trailer. Yeah, I think I've reacted to that trailer too. Did not enjoy it that much. What was the question? Christian Bale, the Machinist. Yeah, I don't know. People go crazy over the Machinist. I don't know. It's overrated. Was carried by Bale. If it were any other, like the film wouldn't have worked. Yeah, it's an overrated film. Machinist and this film, A Beautiful Mind, Russell Crowe. That's also an overrated film. I used to hear so much about A Beautiful Mind. I like till I had not watched that film. I was like, Even they are overhead. That's why I stopped watching bear movies. You also hate Dark Knight movies, okay? We are not on the same planet then, because Dark Knight is my absolute favorite. So till I had not watched A Beautiful Life, I thought maybe this is the greatest film ever made, because everybody used to be like, A Beautiful Mind, A Beautiful. Bollywood does not make films like A Beautiful Mind. And then I watched A Beautiful Mind, and I was like, Bollywood has made 1,000 better films than A Beautiful Mind. The Beautiful Mind has nothing. Like, why is it even considered such a cult film? Even its concept, like Fight Club, came before A Beautiful Mind. So even the concept is nothing new. I can't even complete the third one. It's a far better book. A film adaptation was dull for the lack of better word. Yeah, yeah. You really hated Dark Knight series trilogy. I have not read the book, but yeah, it's dull, right? I don't know. People, it has some sort of cult following. So there is A Beautiful Mind. There was a cult following for A Walk to Remember. I watched A Walk to Remember. It was a very sappy romantic film. I don't know. Really, I don't understand the hype. Yeah. So, which reminds me, A Beautiful Mind reminds me of Howard. Have you guys watched? So this film has just come out on Prime, 13 Lives. Check that out. Uh, Anybody who has Prime. Mm-hmm. Anirudh and Andy, I wholeheartedly disagree with you. Kan Kanchira Babale movie, very interesting. Sure. So Ron Howard, the same director as Amazon. Okay, same director as A Beautiful Mind. And A Beautiful Mind is most ordinary film, apart from his Dan Brown films. So Frost Nixon, 13 Lives, then that race film that I do not recall, and then there's something else. So have you guys watched Ron Howard's films? Frost Nixon, Rain Man, and Good Will Hunting were far better than A Beautiful. Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure. Uh, Rain Man is such a fantastic film, and Good Will Hunting too. The Good Will Hunting I watched quite late in life, when I had already heard about that film from 30 million different people. But Rain Man, when I watched Rain Man, I had never even heard of that film. It's the most underrated film of Bollywood. Yeah, Con was a wonderful film, and that climax was great. And yeah, Revolutionary Road climax. No, I will not tell you whether it's happy or sad, Anirudh. Yeah. So yeah, watch Frost Nixon. Rush. That's why I was saying a race film. Rush. So Rush is amazing. Frost Nixon is amazing. 13 Lives. It's a great film. Solo. What, Star Wars Solo? It's by Ron Howard. I did not know that. Yeah, I have not watched that film. I know Solo. Which one? That it's a spin-off. That Harry, that main character spin-off film. Yeah. I have not watched it. S Watching only Avatar 2 Hollywood film. Yeah, the trailer was out, right? Couple of months ago. Rush. Uh, Guys, so check out Frost Nixon. Unmissable film. So hey, Brady, have you watched The Man from Earth? The Man from Earth. Hollywood movies nowadays are not interested. I'm so from last couple of months I've been watching films from South of India. Otherwise, I only watch Hollywood. I stopped watching Bollywood. Almost stopped watching Bollywood like 15 years ago. I watch barely 3 or 4 Bollywood films a year since 2007 2008. So I mostly watch Hollywood, and now I watch a lot of South Indian films. Uh, Mostly Telugu and Malayalam so far. So far, mostly from these two regions. You like Da Vinci Code trilogy? Wow. We have in some places. Oh yes, I know, I know, Raddy. Especially 70s. The 70s. So I great. So on my channel you will actually find multiple videos. So there is a video on my channel as Martini where I talk about, I think the title itself is the golden age was 70s, the golden age of Hollywood. If I manage to get my laptop on, I'll show you uh, the thumbnail at least. So 70s, the 70s, what are the 70s movies? Network, the China Syndrome, uh, um, too many amazing films. Wait, yeah, did you? Yeah, so I think you said something about the charging, right? I don't know how much is it's charged. So the Godfather, Jaws, they're obviously the super popular ones, but the lesser known films. Have you watched Networking, the China Syndrome? I watched China Syndrome. Uh, Tenet, dude, I Tenet. Even if Christopher Nolan sits next to me while watching Tenet, I will not understand Tenet. Tenet was like over my head completely. I did not understand shit in Tenet. So let me tell you some names from 70s. Freddy, 70s was just amazing time in Hollywood. I mean, right now I cannot recall even one film. Blowout. Have you watched Blowout? Yeah, it was Tenet was Nolan showing off. I don't know what he was, but you know what? I love Dimple Kapadia's performance. I think Dimple Kapadia was a natural in Tenet, right? That was the only good part I liked about the film. Dimple Kapadia was amazing. She did not look like a misfit. Like even someone like Irfan Khan used to look used to be come across as misfit for sometimes, due to his accent or something like that. But Dimple Kapadia was, it was like she should be in Hollywood. I think she was great in Tenet. She's a brilliant actress, but all these brilliant actors, when they work in Hollywood films, they are no longer brilliant. But Dimple Kapadia was. I'm excited to watch Dancing Cheetah because I want to see who. Yeah, yeah. So who's selling Golgappes? I think it's a thing now. They're saying. Tenet, I think Tenet was overhyped before the release, but after Tenet was released, I don't think it stayed overhyped. Anirudh, everybody hated it because like, what was the film? I don't know one person who was able to understand the film. I don't think if Nolan himself knows what the film was about. It's a weird film. So my voice is better now, right? Wow. Uh, If you don't understand Nolan films, they're still very enjoyable. Even Inception made sense, Interstellar made sense still. Interstellar is my favorite Nolan film outside of his Batman films. I know you guys hate Batman films. Better is a sci-fi novel. It was far too complicated storyline for a good live adaptation, right? Which reminds me of Dune or Dune. What do you call it? Dune. Oh shit. So how do you guys like that film? Dune. What do you think of Dune? I kind of got bored. Ah, so this is a video on my channel. Was 70s in Hollywood the golden era, or even the great movies of today mediocre? Yeah. So this is a video on my channel. If you manage to find it, great. I cannot even share the link here, sadly. So yeah, let's see. So I'll probably reshare it one of these days. I usually end up liking books over the screen adaptation. I loved the and the movies are okay, but the books. So when it comes to books, Praddy, I have a bias. So in movies, I do not watch documentaries, and in books, I do not read fiction. I'm like, this is a rule, or this is a bias. Do you know why Hollywood movies started sucking post 2000 year? I know why. Tell me why. Apart from wokeism, what is the other reason? Leonardo DiCaprio film Relevant God. I thought movie could be great and went to theater full boring. I didn't agree. Yeah, I love The Revenant though. Though I don't think Leo deserved that Oscar. Ah, thank you, Michael Fassbender. That's what I was. Twin Tower thing. Oh, acha. How like you think that affected the Hollywood quality? Like, can you elaborate? Uh, uh, but yeah, but Leonardo did not. Sure, Leonardo did not deserve that Oscar. Michael Fassbender deserved it that year. It should be portrayed in a relevant manner, not just being shoved down. Yeah, woke agenda is not bad. So I see, the thing is, I like the fact that Bollywood makes all these progressive films. The problem is, there's just, you still have to make a good film. Okay, sure. In the next slide. Uh, I, so the problem with Bollywood, for example, today is they think progressive film means good film. No, you still have to make a good film. That's the problem. It's great that you're making progressive films now. It's great that, for example, female actors are getting good scripts, lead roles, but then you also have to make compelling films, which Bollywood is not doing. It's like it's satisfied with progressive, with the progressive tag. That's it. And the problem is they are being empowered, like Darlings. What are your thoughts on Darlings? If you have watched that film and are active enough to hear it, that's why I'm saying it will. I'll tell. Yeah, I'll tell. I saw it. Yeah, I saw your message. You'll tell it in the last, in the next live. I got that. I got that. And I look forward to reading that. Like why, how 2611 is linked. Uh, Darlings. Anybody watch Darlings? So Darling, I was telling about Darlings. Like, it's a progressive film. Great. I love the idea. But the film is such a fucking drag, man. It's like, I'll just repeat myself. The movie establishes its storyline and its characters. Exactly. So my problem with Darlings was everything was established in the first 10-15 minutes, and then in the next, for the next 80-90 minutes, Darlings keeps going in circle and keeps repeating itself. And I was like, every single situation, every single dialogue I was predicting in advance. And I was like, why would she do that? And why do I care if this happens to her? I've seen this in hundreds of other films. You are making a film on domestic abuse, okay, I get it. But I get it now. I know that he's an evil husband. Stop, st- stop spoon feeding me. You're not making a complex film. Just get to the point. You know what I'm saying? Like last 20 minutes were fine. Andhadhun was good. Films like Haseen Dilruba, etc. were really bad, man. I liked Haseen Dilruba. It's a very unpopular choice, but I liked Haseen Dilruba. Both in terms of film and in terms of its political undertone, feminism and all. I don't think it was sexist. I think the film was about twisted these twisted people. Like people said that movie is trying to say that women only like men who beat them up for dominating. I don't think that was what the movie was going for. Movie had this character who had some issues, and she wanted a particular kind of man. Doesn't have cultural impact. She wanted that man, and the movie does not try to portray Taapsee Pannu's character as a quintessential Indian woman. Like this is how Indian woman should be like. I don't think the movie was going for that. So people misunderstood that. So yeah, but as an overall movie, I liked. I was entertained. So Thappad was a fine film, I thought. Talking of woke films, Thappad was fine. Yeah. No, I think Thar is suspense. Guys should check out Thar. It's a really good film. Thar is good. You should definitely try Thar. It's on Netflix. It's a suspense film. No, no, not right now because I'm not totally well right now. It's already 110 minutes. Thappad and Pink was awesome. Malayalam movie. I love Malayalam films. All the ones that I've watched. Pink, I won't compare Thap. I mean, Thappad is fine, but Pink is next level. Why are you liking all the woke films? Not because of their. I don't know. I like them. I don't think in those terms. See, that's what I said. I put out a disclaimer, right? Like you guys might think that I'm this woke individual. I'm not. I'm not a liberal or a leftist or something. I hate those people, but I just like these films. Yeah, yeah. In fact, I feel better right now than I felt 2 hours ago. I can speak more. I don't know. You guys have energized me because I was not even able to say 5 6 words in a sentence like continuously. I could barely catch my breath, but now I'm much more comfortable. I don't know how that works. So yeah. Uh, what are the other woke films that we like? What are the other woke films, guys? Praddy, Anirudh, Andy, Thappad, and Pink are unlike other woke films. They were good comedy prevent social. The films were well made and had great performances. Please come to live more often. I enjoy this. Yeah, yeah. If it's possible, the power of taking and socializing. That's why our ancestors and grandpas told us about. It works due to the power of talking and socializing. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's the thing about Thappad and Pink. I agree, Brady, and I agree, Andy, with you, uh, because because the people who made these films, Anubhav Sinha and the Pink director, I forgot his name, they were also focused on the film aspect of it. They were not like मेरे को बस woke message डालना है दुनिया में. I just want to. They were not just virtue signaling exercises, right? They also wanted to make compelling films. Uh, Thappad also reminds me of this film, The Great Indian Kitchen, uh, because Thappad is actually about soft sexism. In Thappad, her husband is not, he does not beat her up. He does not make her. He's not violent, and he does not insult her. Aniruddha Roy Chaudhary. Okay, okay, okay. It Thappad was all about soft sexism, like what women face, the soft sexism women face in their homes, and the Great Indian Kitchen is also. It has didn't make a single movie. Yeah, yeah. He hasn't made any film, right? Why? Why is it so? So Thappad, I did not know it was him. The movie is produced by this guy, right? The other guy, Shujit Sarkar. I think he's. I thought he directed that film. Okay. Mm, okay. Yeah. Oh fuck! There is this third guy now. I was confused between two guys. So I'm confused between three guys. So there is Shujit Sarkar. There is okay. There is R Balki, and then there's a third guy who has made Raksha Bandhan. Anand L Rai. Okay. Yeah, I interchange these three for some reason. Ronnie Lahiri and written by Shujit. Right. No, Pink is great. Thappad still does not have a rewatchable value, but Pink has a rewatchable value too. Thappad has zero rewatchable value. I mean, you watch it, you're like deeply impressed by it, but then I have never wanted to revisit Thappad. But Pink is something I can watch again. But and Thappad is the only Anubhav Sinha film that I have actually not found overrated. I think lately Anubhav Sinha is considered this amazing filmmaker. I don't think he makes that good films. Hmm. Shujit movies. What has Shujit Sarkar made? Sardar Udham Singh is his movie, right? Then he made Yahan. Piku was also by him, right? I think, yeah. Sardar Udham Singh was Shujit Sarkar, right? I think so. Vicky Donor, yeah, Vicky Donor, Yahan, Madras Cafe. Um, yeah. So Yahan is also a film based on Kashmir, Kashmir politics and all. You guys should check that out. Though it also appears to be a left-wing propaganda. I watched Bong Joon-ho's movies, Parasite. No, I have only watched Parasite. So I have not explored Korean cinema. Parasite is the only film that I have watched, and obviously I have only watched it because Oscars and all. Otherwise, Korean cinema I have zero experience in. I still have some experience in German films, Spanish films, French films, small experience. Iranian films. I've watched quite a few Iranian films, but Korean films, Gulabu Satabo. Oh, really? Wow, it helped a real killer catch a real killer. That's a first. I don't think that has ever happened. A film helping cops rather than giving ideas to criminals. Has always happened the other way, right? Wow, that's good. That's impressive. I should watch Memories of Murder then. I'm sure it must be somewhere on some OTT. So I'll watch it. Okay. Like really Thanos. I cannot decide whether I should turn the AC off or on because it's hot, but when it gets a little too cold, I feel uncomfortable. I'll just. Is the movie available in India? Just Google it. Memories of Murder. Let me see. Oh shit, my internet is on my laptop. Yeah, I'm still there, right? I hope I am. Memories of Murder. Your nets. It was only a case of serial killings in South Korean history. No, it's fine now. Yeah, I don't think it's on any OT in India. It's a shame. Yep, it's not on any OTT. Has I downloaded it from Pirate Bay like years ago. Not sure if it's on any streaming platform now. Okay. South Korea is small nation born in so serial killings doesn't happen when they have North Korea as their neighbor. Mm. North Korea, there's a different history to it. North Korea, some country, some ruler they have. So it must be on torrents then because I use this app, torrent app, Efi torrents. I'm sure I'll find the film on Efi in 4K or in 1080p Blu-ray print, Blu-ray rip. It should be there, I guess. Even serial won't happen in North Korea. Crimes happen in North Korea at all? I have never really tried to find it out. Serial killer reminds me of Silence of the Lambs, Seven, Zodiac, True Detective, etc. Right? All great names. Again, but Silence of the Lambs is also something I watched very late in life. The serial killer genre, it can get boring sometimes. It can get like same things happen over and over. Uh, like like so many films have similar plot points, same narrative. That's true. Everyone is dirt poor. Nobody can steal anything. So I don't have any specific thoughts on genre, but it's like it's exciting. It's always exciting. When I come across a serial killer movie, I feel like watching it. But then I also think maybe it would be too predictable. Not predictable, as in I would know the climax, but the tropes of a serial killer, because there is only like Zodiac was a different serial killer film, but most of them are very similar in nature. Silence of the Lambs is also kind of different, but mostly they are very similar in nature. So, Prisoners is also a name I think you missed. That's also serial killer film. No, that's a serial kidnapper film or killer film. Does he murder anybody? Oh no, it's not he, it's she. Oh shit. Sorry. If I have not seen Prisoner, you guys, you should watch Prisoners. It's fine. I have no such thoughts on that genre. It can get me excited. Yeah, yeah. I don't think there are many people right now, so that's okay. So obviously you have seen the. Have you seen? Have you guys seen Prisoners? What's that guy's name? Dennis something. The Dune director. Yeah, I was asking about Dune. The market was saturated with true crime. Zodiac was one of as a crime actually happened and the killer was never caught. Still available. Would you leak spoilers for me? I heard it's great. Dennis. Yeah, Dennis. Yeah, the market was saturated. That's true. So yeah, when you make a film, even a killer film based off on real incidents, you sometimes get new ideas. So that's what happened with Zodiac. I think I'm missing some film, some amazing film about serial killer that I really like. Yeah, that's I did not find it that boring, Anirudh, but yeah, I found it quite boring. I watched it with a lot of expectations, but I did not enjoy it that much. Yeah, Dune, that's what I'm talking about. Did not I also found it quite kind of boring. So this director Denis Villeneuve, I was actually really interested in this trope for a while. Read many books. Serial killer method of madness. Do you think overhyped? Maybe. So the serial killer genre in books is insanely popular. I know that much. Uh, and everybody I know who is into fiction and books, I think most of them love this genre. I think it's more popular in books as opposed to in films. So that reminds me, there is a book called there's this book on serial killer called Moore Moore Killings. Grave Moore something. No, not the Moore murders. No, I don't know. There's a book called. So, talking of, so I think there is only one. So there is only Dan Brown books that, like which I have read, and also watched the film. Apart from that, like I said, I've only read non-fiction. So zero experience in fictional books. I don't watch documentaries and I don't read fiction. So it's like, yeah, ulta. Give me fiction in films and give me non-fiction in books. But yeah, Dan Brown reminds me. So Andy, these aren't fiction though. These crimes actually happened. Talking of which one? Yeah, you mentioned book. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, then again, tell me the name again. Sorry, I missed it. Because I'm also thinking about the previous comment, the next comment. So I mixed up. Can you tell me the name again? Ted Bundy, right. Missed my comment. I missed your comment. Ted Bundy, there was a very recent movie. How is it? Have you seen that film? With Zac Efron. How is it? The Stranger Beside Me by Anne Rule. Yeah, Anirudh, what was your comment? Okay. Anirudh, can you post that again? Okay. So it's based on true real life events, right? Sorry. Okay. Split into two, Anirudh, because if it's too long, then I won't be able to. And then again, you can also be generous and pay so that your message flashes across my screen and stays there for a good amount of time. I did not pitch for money today. I don't know why I did not. Guys, I okay. So yeah, have zero experience in this regard, Freddy. So I have no idea. Hmm. Seems very interesting. Tenet, Dune, and Great Nolan. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, guys, anybody who's there, you guys can hit the dollar sign, pay. I came live. I was sick, so you can be generous. And don't mind me saying this because I have to say this. I run the channel, so I have to make this pitch. Just think of it as a marketer's pitch. That's it. Don't get offended by it. So yeah, anybody, do Stanley Kubrick barely touched his work? Dude, Stanley Kubrick barely touched his work. Whose work? Acha, हाँ, right. I know what you're saying. Hmm. Yeah, Tenet is a great example of that. That's true. But which exact? That's true. Dune and Tenet are perfect examples of directors just losing themselves in their so-called vision. So which exact author are you talking about, Praddy? Because I'm kind of losing track. Even Dune and Post. Post is, oh, I not watch. I don't watch Spielberg films. I hate Spielberg. Spielberg is the most overrated Hollywood director ever, except for Jaws. Like, not the old films, the films made by Spielberg in the last 20 years. I think The Terminal is the last Spielberg film that I liked. No, I hate Spielberg films and Tom Hanks films of this century. Spielberg was great until Spielberg of last 20 years is super overhyped. Super overhyped. So, Praddy, which particular author are you talking about? Yeah, there are so many. Arthur C. Clarke. So yeah, Captain Phillip was pretty good. Spielberg and Scorsese are getting on their ears. Cut them some slack. No, I think I like mostly all films by Scorsese. Ron Howard, maybe, I don't know. No, see, I don't want to cut Spielberg any slack because if he's getting old, then he should make less movies, right? He makes too many movies. He still makes too many movies. But talking of Scorsese, I think he's still as good as new. I know everybody hates Irishman. I loved Irishman. I loved Departed. I love Shutter Island. I think Hugo was a great deviation from his career. Hugo was amazing. Hugo. What else has Scorsese made? Wolf of Wall Street. No, no, man, come on, Brady. I will not compare Scorsese of this century with Spielberg of this century. No fucking way. Spielberg of today is definitely overhyped, but Spielberg since Jaws, I forgot, dude. I don't know. I will have to watch those movies again. I forgot the movies that he has made since then. I'll have to revisit those because the older movies of Spielberg I watched them as a kid, so I don't really remember the films that he made. Maybe I'll have to Google, but then when I start googling this stuff, I miss the comments by you guys. So Indian Jones, yeah, Indiana Jones, ET, वगैरह. Um, yeah, I don't like those films that much. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe you're right. Jurassic Park was great though. Schindler's List. No. So no, I won't. The thing is, he has always made many movies, but Schindler's List, Jurassic Park, Purple is the Color, Schindler's List. Yeah, no. I think he was not. I don't think the Spielberg of old was overhyped, but people like Stanley Kubrick and this guy, what is his name? There were people who were from those times, people who made movies in 70s and 80s. They made far superior films than Spielberg did back in that. Brian De Palma. Yeah, Spielberg doesn't, for me, he doesn't come close to all those people. Thank you so much, Brady. Again, you're something else, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for this generosity again. Uh, Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Uh, so yeah, what are your thoughts on Scorsese versus Spielberg of this century? Because I think Scorsese beats Spielberg, black and blue. I have loved all Scorsese films of this century, uh, from to as far back as Gangs of New York, The Aviator, and the other names I mentioned, Departed, Shutter Island, Hugo, Wolf of Wall Street, Irishman. I think I've loved all these films by Scorsese. So yeah, Andy. So I think yeah, he may be silence. Yeah, silence. Scorsese films are rooted in realism. Spielberg was left behind with the advent of high quality animated films, I feel. So with Spielberg, so here's my view of Spielberg and of Tom Hanks both. I think they make Oscar bait films. I think Spielberg has always made films he thinks that he can get nominated. I think he has cracked some formula. It's overhyped, no need of that much budget. I'm picking fight with Marvel. I think Spielberg has cracked some kind of code, like how to get nominated for Oscars and then probably win. And I think Spielberg makes those films that he thinks stand the best chance of getting nominated for Oscars. No, not Oscar worthy. Oscar bait. I think there, for me, there two, like there is difference. I don't uh, I don't agree with all the Oscar. Yeah, bait. Yeah. So same goes for Tom Hanks. So have you watched this film called News of the World? It came out 2 3 years ago. Oh man, terrible film, but it got such glowing reviews. It's a Tom Hanks film, and when I watched that film, I was like, why, why, like why do film critics love Spielberg and Tom Hanks so much? Art in commercial movies, when commercial movies doesn't have artistic things in it, and artistic films are boring. Yeah, but I don't think he does a great job of it, Anirudh. Drab and dull, critics and purists wet dream. Exactly. So, I don't know if you guys are aware, when Scorsese won his Oscar for Departed, it still said that Academy did it out of respect for Scorsese, that he did not deserve Oscar. He has made better films than Departed. It's not his best film. Obviously, Departed may not be his best film. You do not hand out Oscar in a particular year to someone if they have made their career's best film. You hand out Oscar to a film because jury thinks that it's the best film of this year. That was stupid comparison. I don't know if Departed was the best film in 2006. There were some amazing films, but I think Scorsese deserved that Oscar. I love that film. In fact, after Departed and I know it's a remake film, but that doesn't change anything. The original was Infernal Affairs. I know, but that doesn't change a thing. Blood Diamond. I became a Leonardo fan after watching these two films, Departed and A Raging Bull. Goodfellas were obviously Raging Bull, Goodfellas. So many other films he has made. The film that do you think a remake deserve best film Oscar? I think, yeah. I don't know. It's a very deep question. Departed is a very personal favorite of mine. I have not seen original, so I am biased towards Departed. So I would say yes. And that film also, the one that they say, the one where this guy is a host. No, is not a host. He's trying to be a host. Robert De Niro, not Taxi Driver. The one that they said was inspired, like Joker inspired, was the film that inspired Joker. Wait, uh, Robert De Niro, Martin Scorsese. Cannot find it. Hmm. Do you know which movie I'm talking about? Where he eventually kidnaps this TV host, the king of comedy. Right, right, right. Yeah, Google is right there in front of me, but I still cannot find it. King of comedy. Amazing film. Amazing film. So yeah, it may not have been better than Departed, but I'm just thinking out loud. Yeah, I read that comment. So again, Ready Player One was also not bad, but okayish. I find all Spielberg films okayish. But no, I think so. I think you said something about Andy or Anirudh. One of you said Irishman was boring and whatnot. Everybody found Irishman boring. I don't know why. I loved Irishman. And it's not any bias for Scorsese or something. He's not my favorite movie director of all time or something. But it just happens that any movie I watch of Scorsese, I end up really, really loving it. I don't know why it happens, but it happens. And I loved Irishman. Irishman seemed like a spiritual sequel to Goodfellas. Spielberg was far better pioneer in filmmaking techniques, Wayface practical effects, causes a better, exactly, storyteller. Right. I think that's, now you have hit the nail on head. Right. Scorsese is a far better storyteller who does not make movies for Oscars, for sure. Not Oscar bait films. Uh, uh, I forgot. Dude, it's a 3.5 hour long movie. Neither is it super humorous, satirically, which is four and can be watched versus. I know. I just love that film. So yeah, that's I was talking about Irishman. I thought it's a very spiritual sequel to it's a very spiritual sequel to Goodfellas. It's like they have taken the same story, they have remade it, but then they take it to the next level. They're like when these guys actually get old, they show the process, and then eventually how their lives end. Some of them die, some of them stay alive, and what happens. And that last shot of Robert De Niro, I think he is in some facility and his daughter waves goodbye to him or something like that, and the door closes. I think that was the last shot of The Irishman. I found that so sad. I was like, oh man, that was the first time a gangster film made me feel sad, and it touched my heart. It was a very heart touching gangster film. I loved Irishman. I really do. I have not revisited it because it's a long film, but I think I've revisited some scenes. Can we watch for nostalgic value? One last hurrah for Italian. Yeah, Joe Pesci was better than. Yeah. Joe Pesci was the best among the three. Spielberg made a lot of Oscar bait movies since Schindler's List, Terminal, West Side Story, Post Bridge. Oh, don't even ask. How is West Side Story? Is it? I keep hearing about West Side Story. It's an amazing film. Is West Side Story really that amazing, or is it another overhyped Spielberg film? Terminal, I like. The Terminal is the only Spielberg film that I like from the century. So yeah, Joe Pesci can be over nostalgic value. Mm. It's a remake of Old West. That is that much I know, but it's overhyped. Okay. Uh, uh, which reminds me, so Scorsese is coming up with this film. I was already thinking about this book, which Scorsese is making a film on, and I'll not be able to find it on Google because suddenly my Google search skills have gone for a toss. Uh, Leonardo is there. Wesses is boring. I mean, didn't do very well. I'm surprised Spielberg is considered great when, yeah, made a foreign remake. Next film. Yeah, what is that? That next film of Scorsese? Killers of the Flower Moon. Killers of the Flower Moon. So this is a book, and this is Scorsese's next film. I'm really hyped for this film. I also want to read this book, but then I think my movie watching experience will be ruined if I read this book. So I do not want to read this book. There is Jesse Lemons, Leonardo, Brendan Fraser, yet another movie with Leo. Yes, I mean it's after a long gap, right? Uh, uh, yeah, after Wolf of Wall Street, they have not worked together. So like that's it's a gap of 8 or 9 years. So that's okay. They would like every Scorsese movie had Leo since Gangs of New York, and then in between he did this film with he was back with Robert De Niro, but Robert De Niro is also in this film, Killers of the Flower Moon. So yeah, it has a killer cast. So let's see what's the charge. Uh, my phone charge is back to 9%. Dude, if I lie down, the William Hate story writes cause the next film really excited. The William Hate story. Is that a character in this thing? The Osage murders. William Hate story? Which movie did Apple save? The entire Osage murder. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you have read the book, I imagine, Killers of Flower Moon. So Apple has something to. Apple will be streaming it. Hey Siva Prasad, what's up? Apple will be streaming it, Netflix was responsible for Irishman. Okay, so have you read this book then, Killers of Flower Moon, Brady? Apple funding the movie for Apple TV, right? Okay. So is okay. So you have read the. Is it like really an awesome book? I've added this book in my Amazon wish list from over a year now. Because Paramount also funded it in half. Yeah. See, let's see. Where do we watch it first? So if I change the position, Rajamouli Shankar and Sanjay Bhansali are like Spielberg. True story, not a novel per se, but still a good read. Okay. Yeah, I that bit I know. Maybe that's why maybe that's why this book appeals to me, because it's not like a novel. Like I said, I mean, I have this bias. I'm not too much into novels and all. I've tried novels, but for some reason, I cannot finish them. I don't know why that happens. Hmm. Yeah. That's true. In that sense, yes, Rajamouli can be Spielberg can be compared with all these guys for sure. But I still think Rajamouli, I still think Rajamouli makes better movies than Spielberg also. The first case is handled by FBI during his formative years under J. Acha. Oh, so J. Edgar Hoover, so they're kings of their own industry, right? So he also has some involvement here. J. Edgar Hoover, kindly, I think, big involvement. Which reminds me of that Leo movie where he played J. Edgar Hoover. Has any of you watched it? I started watching it, but eventually I did not. Which reminds me, this guy. What is this guy? The director of J. Edgar Hoover film. The Western, the unforgivable actor. The director, I mean. Shankar for Tamil, Sanjay for Hindi, Rajamouli for Tollywood, Spielberg, Hollywood. Yeah. But I won't put Bhansali in the same league. Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood is also. Yeah, sorry. Clint, dude, I've told this on this channel. I have issues. I cannot remember names. I forget names of people I meet every day. Clint Eastwood is another Spielbergian director. I do not like his films, the films he directs, except for there are still exceptions. There are some films of Eastwood that I have really enjoyed, like recent films. I mean, not talking about the old films. I am talking about this century. I think he also makes very Oscar bait films. But then there are Million Dollar Baby is good, but it's a little too melodramatic. I, but it's good. It's better than any Spielberg film, at least from last 20-25 years. But yeah, most Clint Eastwood films are also kind of the same Oscar baits. But there are two films of Eastwood that have come out in last 5 years. That Rohit Shetty, no, definitely not Rohit Shetty. No, definitely not Rohit Shetty. Who is the Spielberg of India? Uh, I don't know, man. does not have a Spielberg. So guys, I'll have to change my position. I wait. Oh shit. Oh, I'm tired as fuck. So if you guys find it annoying, just let me know. But hmm, under office films, underplay. I'm not sure. Rano is below Tollywood. Shankar for Tamil. I don't know. I got a comment. I don't know if there is anybody in Bollywood who can be called Spielberg of Bollywood. Underplay. I don't know. I think Clint Eastwood films are quite in your face. They're very in your face. I have not found them to have any subtext or they're underplaying anything. They're pretty in your face. I cannot recall any movie though. Gran Torino was one. It seemed like made for Oscars. Uh, mm, and there are more. Yeah, maybe they are. Maybe then it's Bhansali. Rohit Shetty is Michael Bay. But Michael Bay has made two really good films. I'm at least the filmmaker, not westerns where he. Well, yeah, I know. I'm also talking about the filmmaker only, especially the his recent films. Yeah, yeah. Maybe you're right. I actually cannot recall this Eastwood film. Uh, like I said, Gran Torino. I thought that was very in your face. Uh, like it was racism. I forgot what the film was about actually. What else has he made? Yes, that was the film I was thinking about. I love that film. Anirudh. 15 whatever to Paris. I love that film. That's the only Eastwood film that I like. That and this film where there is this fat guy who stops a bomb. Over the Edge is decent. I have not seen Over the Edge. I think Rohit Shetty is the Michael Bay. So Michael Bay reminds me of. Have you guys watched Ambulance? I think Ambulance is a fantastic film. Michael Bay has outdone himself with Ambulance and there's another film, 13 Hours or something. Invictus, Mystic River. Yeah, yes, I was thinking these films. Mystic River. So yeah, I was thinking these two films. I did not like them much. I did not. I that so they gave me very Spielbergy vibes, both of them. I thought he had his one eye at Oscars. He's like, okay, I will win Oscar with this film. Same goes for Million Dollar Baby. I thought he was eyeing Oscars with that. So yeah, Million Dollar Baby, Invictus, Mystic River. Yeah, yeah. Not a big fan of these films. Million Dollar Baby, yes, but Mystic River, I did not like that film much. I don't know. I thought it scratched the surface. It was like, I don't know. Acha, Sai. Wow. He copied Pearl Harbor. I'm not. Yes, for sure. Ambulance in 13 hours. Pearl Harbor. I'm not. I've only watched half. Uh, I have not finished. I could not finish the movie, not because I did not like the film, but I was watching that film on DVD at my home, and there was some commotion, so I could not finish the film. So I'm not revisited that film again. But there is another Michael Bay film that I like. Sure, I'll do that. I do that. I forgot the climax of Invictus. There is another Michael Bay film I like a lot. and it's kind of one of the most hated. Yeah, I know. What they were very Hollywood. They were very Hollywood. I love Armageddon. I love Armageddon. I don't know why people hate it, or maybe it's my guilty, yeah, guilty pleasure. I have not seen any Transformers. So in hostel, my roommates, my roommate was playing Transformer One, uh, which came out in 2007, I think. Uh, I did not like what I saw, so I never gave Transformers a try. Deep Impact, yeah, maybe. I don't remember. I can only think of a couple of scenes from Deep Impact. But no, but Ambulance and 13 Hours are amazing films. Not seen. At the Island, Deep Impact is not rewatchable. I haven't seen Island. I have not seen. I've seen very less Michael Bay films because not really been interested in them. But I was hearing so many things about 13 hours, and because I liked 13 hours, that's why I watched Ambulance. So I like these two. Really? It released in India first and then in US a month later. Wow. I wonder why they take such business decisions. Okay. I mean, Ambulance does not have any actor who is that popular in India, right? Jake Gyllenhaal is not that. It's not huge in India at all. And who was the other guy? And the other guy is like not even known, so I don't know why they would release it in India first. Guy Ritchie was pretty good. Guy Ritchie, the latest Guy Ritchie films, they say it's not his best work because of it's not his best work. Dude has made such a good film and he does not know himself. Guy Ritchie, the last film I watched of Guy Ritchie was A Wrath of Man. It was pretty entertaining. A Wrath of Man. This guy, I forgot his name. Jason Statham. It's out on Netflix now. Yeah, it's out on Netflix. His Sherlock Holmes was great. Then of course this one, the one with Brad Pitt and Jason Statham. What was the name of the film? Guy Ritchie film. Brad Pitt and Jason Statham. I forgot the name. Lock, Stock, Snatch, Slept Away, Brilliant. Sherlock Holmes was good, if not for the terrible British accent. Baines and CJ's ambulance sucked for release of Snatch. Right, Snatch. CGI's ambulance sucked. I thought it was fine. Snatch is good. All the names you mentioned. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Yeah, yeah. He's in a different league of its own. So, also this, I have not watched this another popular film of Guy Ritchie with Matthew McConaughey, and there are some other stars in it. The Gentleman. How's The Gentleman? I've heard it's a quintessential Guy Ritchie film. Yeah, hardly matters if it flopped. Okay, Guy Ritchie. That guy has created his own niche. King Arthur, Legend of Sword. I have not seen this film. That guy has created his own niche. Like there are some people who just carve a niche for themselves. It's a great movie yet flopped. Yeah, carve a niche for themselves. And Guy Ritchie's most definitely one of those. Who else is like him? Guy Ritchie. And who else? Let's talk of someone else too. The Gentleman was just wacky. It was entertaining, hard to draw parallels with any other contemporary film. Okay. Yeah, we discussed Get Out director Jordan Peele. Brady has watched Nope. He says it's good. Us was great. Yeah, then I think I'll watch The Gentleman. Who else is s- so I think you guys have not explored Scott Cooper, right? I've I've mentioned him before umpteen number of times. So Scott Cooper films are not necessarily extraordinary, like they don't stand out, but that guy knows how to get the best out of his actor. Scott Cooper. I said this before in my live sessions. He's the guy who got Jeff Bridges his first and so far the only Oscar. Uh, though that film is not that amazing, A Crazy Heart. Then my most favorite Christian Bale performances. Yes. So you watched Hostiles. So I was asking earlier, right? Edgar Wright. Yeah, I forgot Edgar Wright. I forgot which films he has made. So yeah, I was asking, have you watched Hostiles? It's great, right? Hostiles is my favorite Christian Bale performance, and Out of the Furnace, amazing. I love his work. Baby Driver, yeah, yeah. Baby. Oh, what else? What else apart from Baby Driver? Who made Iron Man 3? He's also some right? Shane Wright or something. Iron Man 3. Shaun of the Dead, Ant Man, Hot Fuzz. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I have seen Shane Black. Sorry, yeah, sorry, yeah. So yeah, I have not seen all of his films. Hot Fuzz I have watched. I think Hot Fuzz is really funny. Ant Man is what it is, and yeah, whatever those other names were. Predator, dude. Prey. Has anybody watched Prey? Prey is getting insane reviews. They're saying it's the best Predator movie after the first Predator movie. Are you guys excited for it? It's not releasing in India. Are though it will be out on torrents or on some OTT. It's okay. Hulu isn't available in India. No, they will release it. If it's if it's coming out on Hulu, then it will come out on torrents soon enough. So use VPN. Yeah. So if you download Opera browser, it comes built in with VPN. So you go to private incognito mode of Opera, and it gives you the option to like it does VPN for you the whole thing. You don't have to do it yourself. Opera browser. The problem with me is I very recently got an iPhone. So nothing works in this phone. So whenever I have to look for torrents, I have to, uh, use some old Android phone.
Opera. 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 It's a very old browser. VPN. That's it. This is an internet browser that came before Chrome. This is older than Chrome and Firefox, but now it's used for. Yeah, it's free. It's free. It's free. When you go to private mode, it will the, and then go to settings, or not even in private mode, maybe in regular mode. If you go to settings, it gives you the option of turning on VPN or something like that. It's not there in iPhone, that option, but in Android. Can you watch Pray for free? I have not tried Hulu actually, so I don't know about Hulu, but torrents that are banned, the sites which are banned in India, you can open those sites in Opera, only in Opera, like YTS site, Sifi torrent site, which have these Blu-ray rips of all the movies. Uh, you can download those films from this browser, and of course you can also watch them on these streaming sites. I have not tried Hulu, so I don't know about Hulu. Wow, that he has a Hulu subscription through VPN. Can access Pornhub too in Opera? Uh, I don't know. You can access X videos. I don't know about Pornhub. How much is the charge? It's 22%. I can fix my mic again. Prey will be out on Hotstar soon. Great, problem solved. It's a Fox movie, so it will be in Hotstar soon. That way. So you heard about it. Oh man. Scott Cooper also gave Johnny Depp. Yeah, yeah. And his only decent movie since Sweeney Todd, the only Johnny Depp film I have liked since Sweeney Todd. He's not famous. Scott Cooper is not famous at all. But yeah, Johnny Depp's only good, like decent film since Sweeney Todd is Black Mass, which was directed by Scott Cooper. So that's why I like him so much. So what are you guys thoughts on Johnny Depp? Like Pirates of Caribbean, not Amber Heard, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. I don't want to get into that. Yeah, yeah. Famous doesn't equate necessarily with good. Lies 21, City of Lies. Have you not heard of this movie? I don't know. Maybe I forgot about it. But yeah, what do you think of Pirates of Caribbean series? I cannot stand that franchise at all. I don't know. I thought after Sweeney Todd, I think Johnny Depp's career took a nosedive. He lost interest, I guess. He was like
I am only going to do Pirates of Caribbean now. Um, but in the midst of it all came Black Mass, so that was good. Tupac Shankar and Big G Unresolved Murder. It's a serious film. I look for it on torrents then. This sounds good. Crime investigation movie. Okay. And Johnny Depp is the lead guy, right? The first couple of films were good. Paris was carried by Jack Sparrow, which was entirely Depp's creation. It recently appeared on Netflix. Yeah, I didn't even found the first one that good. He's lead. Then I got to watch it. I'm a Johnny Depp fan. It's funny. It's funny. It's coincidence that I have not liked a Shah Rukh Khan film since uh, Forest Whitaker, since 2007. You know, Om Shanti Om and Chak De India, and same year Sweeney Todd also came out in 2007. So yeah, kind of a coincidence. I'm sorry if is disorienting that I'm doing this. Just trying to be comfortable. I wish I had my tripod here, but I don't. Thank you. We're still the same way. Yeah, yeah. And you guys tell me, let me make some adjustments. Meanwhile, I'm drunk in a night shift. I don't find anything disorienting. So your night shift is like you like it's still work from home, right? Yeah, yeah. I know his motivation. Obviously, if he's making money, why would he not make these films? But it's just that as a fan of Johnny Depp, yeah, he became this huge. Isn't possible if you work in a power plant. Right, right, right. Of course. Hey, Jyoti, what's up? How's life? So how come you're drunk then? Is it not risky? Are you not running the risk of getting fired? So it's control room for what? Like, is that information disclosable? Is it safe to disclose? Just a couple of drinks, everybody does it. Takes the edge off. Personally, I feel a lot more in control during emergencies. Sure. No, I understand how it makes you. I feel the same way. I'm just saying, like, if if somebody in your office gets to know, like your boss or something, or somebody who's not supposed to know, the Thanos has balls. So I have worked in a startup where we would drink openly, like we would have beer or whiskey or wine on our desks, uh, Only night and day shifts are a whole other matter. Right, right. Okay. So I worked in a startup where this thing used to happen after like 4:30 p.m. We used to go to these tekas and we used to get drinks for ourselves and then laptop and right next to it some drink we're drinking and there was the CEO, CTO, their cabins were like right next to us and we would drink, we would work, we would play TT and whatnot. That was that was fun. Wow. So when till what time? At what time does your shift end? I think you told us the time in the last live session. Paying directly made a web series called Forbidden Love after 7 years. Okay, how is that series? What are the ratings and all? 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Hmm. There's still 4 hours to go. Okay, only 2 episodes. Any like anybody we know who stars in it? Any big guy or girl? Okay, Jyotiraditya, you are awfully quiet. You know, if my mother comes, she's going to scream at me because I've been sick. Sriram Raghavan and James Cameron, he'll only make movies every 10 years. Yeah, who knows? But it's not like he makes these high concept films or big budget films that he has to wait like 10 years before making a film. Like Sriram Raghavan and James Cameron make those kind of films. Sriram Raghavan does not make no Sriram Raghavan does not wait that long. I mean, I don't remember his first film, but Ek Hasina Thi came out in nobody even compares. Yeah, James Cameron is the kind of films he has made. Yeah, Ek Hasina Thi 2003, Johnny Gaddar 2007, then this film with Saif Ali Khan, Agent Vinod 2012, then Badlapur, Kartikeya. I've heard plenty of Kartikeya too in this call. Badlapur and the most recent one Andhadhun. Andhadhun, yes. So no, I think Sri Raghavan makes films quite often. Yeah, James Cameron. 5 movies in 17 years is roughly 3 years for a movie. Not bad. Which is how it was with Tarantino too, right? Between 1992 to 2009, how many films he had made? Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, Inglorious, um, RGB. But nobody has had a fall quite like RGB, right? That guy was a genius filmmaker in the 90s, and now all he makes is D grade films. That's Dark Abyss. Okay. So, like, I'm getting this feeling, I'm feeling jealous of you for how many books you have read. Because I've always wanted to read books, but I could not just never had the patience. Massimo Carlotto. It's when I started reading non-fiction when I realized that that's my calling. War books on war, history, and all of that. First World War, Cold War, oil wars, uh, then geography, books on geography, and all of that. But yeah, it's a great habit to have. I wish I had the same love for books as you have. Dyslexic and kind of forces you to spend wrestling with books. That's how I developed a habit. Okay, so you had dyslexia, but it's a good habit. It's a great habit actually. 9 movies in 15 years. खोस्ता का घोंसला, संदीप पिंकी फरार, Byomkesh Bakshi. I know only three wrote. Forgot the rest of them. Got over many speech and handwriting problems by reading and writing a lot. It worked for me. Oh, lucky, right. Oh, lucky. Oi. Okay, so that helps. That really helped you, huh? Speech issues. So now, is it like, are there traces of dyslexia? Shanghai, Bombay Talkie. Bombay Talkies, he must have made one film, yeah. Hmm. Shanghai is also. Byomkesh Bakshi is brilliant. Don't know why it was loved as much. I found the film all right. I did not find it so amazing. It was fine. Even sorry, Shanghai is so critically acclaimed. I did not enjoy Shanghai much. If my mother comes, she's going to scream at me. She'll be like, you have been sick from 5 6 days and you're up till 2 talking to yourself. Imran Hashmi. Yeah. That's true. That's true. He gave Imran Hashmi the platform to showcase a side of his that he has not shown since or before. Which reminds me of Azhar. Has anybody watched Azhar? Has anybody dared to watch Azhar? Going through long texts, but I usually reply in similar patterns. I have trouble making my point. No, but you make your point amazingly well. I mean, whether it's in this live session or you watched it or on my videos. Love reading your comments, and I'm not saying it. I'm not patronizing. I may sound patronizing, but honestly, I mean that. I watched Azhar. Azhar, you survived Azhar. I don't know why you watched. The trailer. Azhar has such a terrible trailer, man. It's I was shocked. I was like, like what were they smoking? Did they actually think that people are going to watch this film based off on this trailer? Terrible trailer, man. Like even EA Sports Cricket has better graphics. That cricket ground in the trailer itself looked. It's a good trailer. What are you saying? It's a terrible trailer. One, that ground looked fake as fuck. That cricket ground. And then he's giving lecture to this Pakistani bowler, and nobody talks like that in real life.
Nobody talks like that in real life. It was cringe level max, that trailer. No, I hated that. I don't even remember what the dialogue was. I've not seen that since 2016, but I hated it. Hard disagree. So yeah, so so yeah, that's what I was saying. I I think you've kind of turned it into your strength, Paddy, because your comments are not just information wise great, but the way you frame your comments, your sentences, I think it's great. Long or short or whatever, that doesn't matter. If you're still online, dude, this dialogue belongs to this guy, like 1970s films. The guy who made so many films with Amitabh Bachchan. What was that? Amar Akbar Anthony and whatnot. That dialogue does not belong in 2015. Cheesy, corny, cringy. Pick your comment. Yeah. And also, if you're making a sports film on a real cricketer, you cannot have those lines, man. Come on, have some semblance of reality. It's a shame. I mean, I see, because I'm a 90s kid, and he may have fixed matches and all, but I still have a soft spot for Azharuddin, and I really wanted to like exactly. I really wanted to like that film. I really wanted to watch that film. But after I watched the trailer, I was like, "Shit, man, this is bad." And besides, Imran Hashmi, why did they pick Imran Hashmi for Azharuddin? Like zero physical resemblance, man. Come on, dude. I think someone should make a film on Azharuddin again. He deserves a film made on him, honestly. But come on, like, you're making a film on one of the most successful cricket captains of India, or one of the biggest cricket captains of India, and you have that line in the trailer. That's They picked Tapsi for Mithali Raj 7 years later. What changed? In what sense you are saying? I'm not saying in terms of acting. I'm saying he should have looked at least the part. Mithali Raj, Tapsi Pannu does not look like Mithali Raj. Jasik Balguna High School and Dhoni were great cricket films. For sure. I've not watched all of them, but the ones I have watched. See, okay, this may sound sexist, but no, I know. Actors doesn't look like. So there are two types of things. This will sound sexist, but I'll still say it. There's a huge difference between Mithali Raj and Azharuddin. Like if X number of people know Mithali Raj, then X times 1,000 people know Azharuddin. So when you are making a films on someone who is as iconic and as well known a figure as Muhammad Azharuddin is, you got to have at least someone who is at least tall. The problem was, it's not just about the face, even the whole structure, man. Imran Hashmi is a short guy. Azharuddin was a tall guy. At least Taapsee Pannu and Mathali Raj did not have that difference. They're probably of the same height. Forget the facial similarities. I mean, it's like they wanted the film to suck. It's like somebody really hated Muhammad Asruddin, and they wanted to make a terrible Muhammad Asruddin biopic. So they picked Imran Hashmi, and then they made the worst biopic they could have. And then for the trailer, they strung together scenes that was the worst ever. That was even bad from that film. They did not. I have no issues with brown face. Honestly speaking, I don't know why people make it such a big deal. I think as actors, if you're an actor and if they are doing something to your face to make you look like the original person in controlled amount, I think it's fine. I have, I have no idea why this is such a big issue. Honestly speaking, I have never found it offensive. For example, Super 30 with Hrithik Roshan, he was made to look darker. I thought that was totally fine. What is wrong with that? It was such a huge issue, and not just that. I think with every film, with Gully Boy, Ranveer Singh, they use the same thing. But I think that was fine. Like, what is wrong with it? That's okay. Yeah. Though he has made some Imran Hashmi, though he has made some decent films after that. There's a film called पता नहीं क्या I forgot the name. Cheating House, Cheater House, something where he's helping kids cheat in exams. Cheater India. Mumbai Saga I have not watched with John Abraham, right? Uh, so that there is that one. Why Cheat India, right? Why Cheat India? And there is another decent film that he came out with that I don't recall. I think they were good, but yeah, now nobody cares for Imran Hashmi now. But Azhar is a good movie. Ram Gopal Verma. Ram Gopal Verma. Satya was his worst title, but Azhar dialogue is great though. Satya, whenever I watch Satya or I think of Satya, I remind of uh, Manoj Bajpayee because any Dawood films, which Dawood films? Company? What are the other Dawood films? The Rishi Kapoor one. Satra Bhiku Matre, right? No, I was about to talk of Bhiku Matre. Whenever I think of Satya, I have like I've been invested in this guy, Manoj Bajpayee. Yeah, who watches sleazy films? Since there was a TV serial called Swabhiman. I don't know if you guys know about it. Because you probably all of you are pretty like very relatively younger compared to me, I think. So he was in there, Swabhiman, Manoj Bajpayee. His character's name was Sunil. He played a lawyer in Swabhiman. Uh, and he wore specs, he wore glasses, and he had a he was the friend of the heroine of that show, and she was yeah, he had a nice role, serious role, then some witty dialogues. So that's when I knew about him for the first time, and then he had a film called Tamanna with Pooja Bhatt, and then Satya came, and I remember my mom told me कि this Sunil जो है ना Sunil, he's getting really popular for his latest film Satya, and so that I have this vague memory of Satya
from my childhood. I was probably 10 or 11 back then. So that so Bhiku Matre, and then I watched Satya, 1997 itself, and yeah. So that's small tidbit of memory I thought I'll share. So yeah, I followed him from that time. He also was in that film, the film on Fulan Devi. I think Sanjay, what's that guy's name? Shekhar Gupta. He is also in that film. Uh, but I don't remember seeing him in that film before Satya. But before Satya, I remember seeing him in Swabhiman and Tamanna. So it was fun when he got all that popularity post Satya. I liked it because I liked him in Swabhiman. So yeah, it was good. Yeah. So that's some useless information I shared. I thought. Uh huh. Is Dhoni the only successful biopic? Maybe you watched Astitva. Yeah, I watched Astitva. Tabbu, right? 300 crore. Wow. Hmm. I watched Astitva. Yeah, I watched Astitva. I watched it as a kid only. I think it came out in 99 or 2000. Loved it. But I remember nothing. Only remember the actors. Tabbu and this guy Sachin Pilgaonkar something. Yeah. It's about her. It's one of the, yeah, one of the rare or the only very woman centric. All credit even sports back post Dhoni flop. That's true. That's true. Biopics. Yeah. Sachin Khedkar. Who's Pilgaon? Sorry, Pilgaonkar is someone else. Right. Khedkar. Yeah, was that film. Hey, how old are you, Brady? I know Anirudh. No, I don't know anybody. Dude, how old are you guys? I want to know how old I am. You're 29. I think the problem with sports biopics is that they are very boring. That's the thing. They're very boring. You know what happens, what will happen at what point. So there's no interest. Oh shit, you're 22? Fuck, man. So you were born in this century. Wow. And Andy, and if anybody else is online, Jyotiraditya, get out of here. Man, I had no clue. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's why I don't watch sports films much. Yeah, let's talk of sports film. That's a good topic. Moneyball is a personal favorite of mine. I think they managed to turning 19 next month. Yeah, 18, 19, same difference. I was expecting you guys to be older. The longest is Rock. Rock. I have not watched that film. Right? That's Rock. Uh, wow. 19, 22, 29. The greatest game ever played. Yeah, that's also nice. This guy. What is his name? The Transformer guy. Forgot his name. Which also reminds me of another film of the Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf also has a war film with Brad Pitt. Yeah, yeah, yeah. With Brad Pitt. Fury. Amazing film. Oh, I love Fury. Especially as a first time watch, Fury is thrilling. Especially the last battle. It's amazing. It's amazing. Anyways, we're talking sports films. Greatest game ever played, Moneyball. Uh, cannot recall. There is a sports film that I watched recently that I loved absolutely. Disturbia. Disturbia is masala, but it's good. Uh, uh, throw some more sports films. There's a sports film. Jhund. I loved Jhund. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, same. WW. Yeah, I mean, World War Two. Eagle Eye. I have watched Eagle Eye. Masala, fun. Same. Very thrilling. Very at the edge. Keeps you at the edge. World War Two movies, yes. Same thing. Line up Jews, kill them, or line up somebody and kill them. There is a Hitler hanging and all of them. They're boring. Or even the battlefield movies. They are also very similar. So there's a World War One film with this guy. The guy who is in Glorious Bastards. This German officer who is an actor who acts in this movie. What's his name? He lost himself. Whatever his name is. He has done some exceptional films in last 5 6 years. Amazing films. He may not be a star now, but he is an actor now. He is an actor now. He has evolved. He has done some amazing work in last 6 7 years. Anyways, I forgot what I was talking about. What was I saying before this thing? Shia LaBeouf, sports films, Inglorious Bastards. Thank you. No. Christopher Waltz. No, this guy, the German officer who falls in love with this girl, uh, Eli Roth. No, the German officer who falls in love with this girl, who's simping on her throughout. Then she gets him killed. No, she herself kills him. Sorry, Daniel Brühl, Daniel Bruh, whatever you call him. So he has a World War One film, which is about this when Germans, I think it was Germans and English, they celebrated Christmas together. Yeah. They Civil War. Yeah, Civil War villain. So this happened actually. I read it many years ago. The book on First World War. So there is this thing. It once happened in 1917 that Germans and English and third country, I think French, they celebrated Christmas together. The forces, there was this trench war going on. They were in trenches, and then they came out and they celebrated Christmas together. It was a huge deal in the middle of the First World War. No, not Merry Christmas. The movie is not about Christmas. It's a European movie. It's a very serious. It's a war film. But it's a real event. So what these? So if you guys know, World War One is very popular for its trench warfare. No, not in transit. It's very popular for its trench warfare. Like they were stationed in kept sitting in the trench. Okay, we Merry Christmas. The Okay, Merry Christmas. The 7 days in Ontario. No, I don't think that's the name. I think what Praddy said. I think that is the name. I think I did not know the translation is Merry Christmas. Shit, that's a terrible translation. So Jerry Knox means Merry Christmas. No, he said the name. Can you say that name again? Type in that name again. I mean, Hawks. No, Hawks. Indian there are on Joyux novel, Joyux novel or Hoix novel, whatever you call it. If that's the film I'm talking about, amazing film. It's one of the different war films that you can watch. You know, so yeah. Uh, so I think you have watched the film then, Brady, right? Yeah, yeah. How do you like? I have only watched it once, but I remember liking it very, very much. So you guys should find it. It's a Yeah, it's a very old film. Colonia 2015. Yeah, yeah. It's there on some. It's there on Prime, I think. Emma Watson retired. I did not know. Daniel Brühl once won one more film. Daniel Brühl. It's around the time the Berlin Wall fell. I forgot the film. So the storyline of that film is wait, 6%. The storyline of that film is that uh, his mother is not the, his mother is this supporter of the Soviet establishment. I think, as far as I remember, East Germany establishment. But then she meets with an accident. She loses her memory, and by the time she regains consciousness, Berlin Wall has fallen. ठीक है, she does not lose her memory, sorry, she is in unconscious. Goodbye Lenin, right. So by the time she regains her consciousness, the Berlin Wall has fallen, and now this guy is making his like making sure, trying to make sure that she does not come to know of Berlin Wall, that Berlin Wall has fallen, because she will get a shock of her life. Doctor advises him to not let her know, otherwise she might go into coma or something like that. So it's a very interesting film. How he hides from her that Berlin Wall is still there. Mahesh Babu, do kudu acha. Okay, but Goodbye Lenin came out in I think 2001 or 2 or something. Very, very old film. Very old film. 2003. Oh. Have you guys watched it? But messages are not. Yeah, that's great. I don't know how we came to war films. We were discussing sports films. How do you like Moneyball? Or anyways, any other good war film, except for the classics. Except for the classics. Rocky. Oh yeah, Rocky is special. Rocky 1 and 2. Gilmore I haven't watched. Rocky 1 and 2. Rest, not so much. I have actually not watched 4 and 5. The Fighter, oh yes, Fighter. Wonderful film. Yeah, that's a lot of people find Moneyball boring. That's right. The Fighter is amazing, and Christian Bale. Oof. The entire cast of Fighter is. And it's a very unique film for that director, right?
I forgot his name. Silver Linings Playbook, American Hustle, Three Kings, When We Were Kings. When We Were Kings, have I watched this film? I forgot. Rush, of course. No, 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 not Bradley Cooper. I'm talking about the director. The director of Fighter. He has done multiple films with Bradley. He's doing another film with Christian Bale, Amsterdam. David O. Russell, right, right, David O. Russell. You can see how old I am, right? I cannot remember names. You don't know how old I am, right? Like you might have guessed now when I was talking about Satya. Anirudh and Andy know how old I am. So yeah, if you still you had to guess without that information that I gave you, yeah, Amsterdam. I would love to watch that film. Ali Raging Bull. Yeah, yeah. No, any recent sports movie that we have liked? Not recent as in like movies that have come out in last 10, 15 years. Not yeah, 10, 15 years. Like Rush, you said. Rush, Moneyball. Yeah, but they're all good. The names you mentioned, classics. So these are the films that prove that you can make amazing sports films. But then there are so many useless sports films that are made, especially in India. Yeah, Ford versus Ferrari. Yeah, you can consider it sports. Yeah, but there is enough sports. I mean, Rush, Ford versus Ferrari. Yeah, why not? There is some name that we are forgetting that came out recently. I don't know. Anyways, have you guys watched King Richard? I have not watched. How is it? Concussion also I have not watched. No, have you guys watched Goal? It's pretty good. Okay. Have you guys watched Goal Hindi? Dandanadan Goal. Vivek Agnihotri. Arshad Wasi, Boman Irani, John Ibrahim. I thought it wasn't a bad film. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bend it like Beckham. Right. It was not bad. I think it was no, not his first movie. Yeah, his first was Chocolate. Yeah. So in Bollywood, I really liked Jhund. Have you guys watched Jhund? Whereas the movie has a Pakistani born as lead, how does it help the movie? Which film? Bend It Like Beckham? No, no. Sorry, I forgot. We threw in so many names, I forgot which film are you talking about. Goal. Is it Pakistani as a lead? Who? Who is the lead? Who's Pakistani in it? Oh, okay. I think I know why. I think I know why. Because the man behind the film, I think, I don't know if he was the script writer or he was the producer, Vikram Aditya Motwani. Okay. Dude, I have not seen that film since 2007, so I forgot about this part. But now, yeah, now that you mentioned it now, I recall. But because Vikramaditya Motwani is the producer or something of this film, that's why. So you know why now. Anyway, mm, uh, mm. Vikram Motwani, dude, is he's the elite leftist, Birmingham and Liverpool. Is there still in 2022? Wow. Let's make like 10 RRRs and 20 Sardar Uddhams every year. So yeah, Ronnie's Vikramaditya Motwani, Anurag Kashyap, they are like brothers in arms. So that's why Pakistani was the lead. So you know now. Anyways, uh, I remember reading his interview 3 or 4 years ago. He said that we did not take the right decision by evening pub and hooligan culture is still very strong in these places. Okay, so Vikram Motwani said that it was a wrong decision taken by us to pick Vivek Agnihotri for. Anurag Kashyap had more power than Vivek Agnihotri in that film. Yes, Anurag Kashyap, Vivek Motwani. I'm saying for goal because he did not know goal. Back then, nobody cared for left right. Yeah, this left right thing started like 5 6 years ago. These people used to work together. Anupam Kher and Nasiruddin Shah. Did you ever hear people bitch about each other? Actors bitch about each other. Film industry was much more united some years ago. This left right wing started mostly with I think it started with leftists doing their shit, starting their shit, and then social media made it worse. Anyways, let's not start on that. Racism, yeah, yeah. Let's not talk about that. This is this is hilarious. This was supposed to be my shortest ever live session, and has turned into the longest ever live session. We are about to in 20 minutes will complete 4 hours. Yeah, yeah. Every top Bollywood star and everybody, filmmaker, cutter, I worked with a left wing producer with Pakistani as a lead, handy handy. Yeah, because back then they were not cutter left or right, right? So yeah, that's the thing. Every top star, every top filmmaker, and so who asked me? Andy asked me, or somebody asked me. You know, that gamer guy asked me that why do I like only Vogue films? That's the problem. In Bollywood, all the good filmmakers, all the decent filmmakers, they're all bloody Vogues. Or they're all bloody leftists, you know. So that's the problem. So even though I do not like them, but they are talented people, at least way more talented than their right wing counterparts. So it's not like I like their films because of who they are. I like their films because the kind of films they make. They make good films, unless they're choking their films on, you know, like with anti-Modi hate or whatever, which is what Anurag Kashyap has done. He's ruined his career. He's so hell bent on having some Modi angle in his films. Did he say that? Yeah. Oh, who knows? Though he should have compared Shah Rukh with Boman because Boman was the coach and goal. Yeah, I'm sure he must have said it. That guy has no control over his tongue. He says whatever he pleases. Which was why he wasn't really considered for the academy was during the peak of the Cold War era. Who? I may have missed your last comment. Satyajit Ray. Did you say something about him? I did not see any comment. I also missed the comment by Andy. Uh, yeah, yeah, not powerful. I'm just telling you the interview that I read. Guys, let's call it. So, Brady, what were you talking about, Satyajit Ray? I did not get read the first comment. Udan didn't direct any movie. He directed Sosni Udan and Anurag gave him all left and Vasa's thoughts by then. Yeah, yeah, Udan was his first film, but Udan is a great film. Amazing, amazing film. No rewatchable value. I tried rewatching it and I could not. But for a one-time watch, it's a great, great film. चलो यार. Let's call it a night then. Let's call it a day. Let's call it night. I missed your Satyajit Ray comment completely. I wonder what Kashmir gained by having Pakistan in lead. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'll also leave. I'll also sleep now. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out till late. Vivek or Anurag, man. Movie wise, right? Anurag, obviously. Chalo, thank you so much. Yeah, see you then. It was great, great talking to you. 4 hours. Amazing. Politics wise, I would say neither, but still, Vivek. More Vivek than Anurag. Yeah. Even though yeah. Even though I hate Vivek's views also. Use Venom, but still. Yeah. Chalo. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. I hope I am alive in the morning, not dead by exertion. So, yeah. Okay, then. Bye. Good night. Next live, I maybe soon, because my wife is away for next few days. So maybe you know maybe in the next 3 4 days. Yeah, yeah, I'll upload it in the community tab for sure. Yeah, maybe in the next 3 4 days, because my wife won't be there. My wife is gone to her parents' house. So yeah. All right then. Good night. Bye. Sure. Bye.